you're going through with your head stuck in the sand. I think of all the chances you blew. Yeah, nothing turned out as you planned. And now you're feeling kinda stupid. Wonder what the hell went wrong. Like deja vu, oh, can you really do but mean it all, feel it all, lay it all on the line. The more that I see of you, I keep on breaking my heart. No matter how far I run, keep coming back to the start. Keep coming back to the start. Keep coming back. When I hear about your problems, you know you can't fix what's not broken. You got a hard time to understand when your heart is not open. In any case, you're gonna feel stupid. Wonder what the hell went wrong. Like deja vu, but can you really do but mean it all, feel it all, lay it all on the line. The more that I see of you, I keep on breaking my heart.
Honey, it's Nana Hannah. Am I doing this right? You look so good. Look at you. Was that some sort of new skin cream?
Oh, that's so nice. You know what? If you're not doing anything, you should come check out Comedysportz.
What's a comedy sport? As you know, I do not follow any sports team. So is it, will I understand?
Oh, it's amazing. It's two teams going head to head, competing in improv games, and you get to vote on which team you like the best. It's so much fun. You would love it. It's right up your alley.
Oh, that does sound very nice for Nana. You know what else is right up my alley? A trash compactor. He comes every week, and they get the trash out of my alley, and it's right up there. It's right up my alley. Is there a Comedysportz? Does Comedysportz have an alley? If I were to come see the Comedy Sport, when and where would I come see it? Because I always like to see you performs.
Oh, of course. It's every Friday and Saturday night at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. on CSZN, the home for improvised comedy on the interwebs. It's twitch.tv/CSZN Chicago.
What's a Twitch, honey? You know, I have a Twitch almost daily, and I have to take an aspirin for it. Do I need an aspirin to see the Twitch? Do I need an aspirin?
Oh, a Twitch is where you know what? It's just a place where you can come and watch Comedysportz.
Oh, like a television, like the old ABC, CBS, NBC lineups. Is this must see? It seems like it's must see. Maybe I'll come see.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see you there. I think people will really love getting to know you.
Of course they will. Now, are you eating enough? Do you need me to send you some care package of maybe some vegetables or some fruits? Or maybe some boxed meats? Okay, we seem to have lost a connection. Hello? Hello?
Hey everyone, this is Jason coming at you with some exciting news for the Thanksgiving weekend shows on the 27th and 28th. All 4 shows are going to be special mega Thanksgiving crossover events. And what that means is we're going to have teams made up of people from our ensemble, people from our minor league ensemble, and people from our rec league ensembles in all of the shows. Every team will have one of each, one ensemble, one minor league, one rec league. It's going to be absolute mayhem. we're going to have 4 shows of a completely wide open, all theater access. We can't wait to bring it to you. It's the first time we've ever done it. Hopefully it's the first of many. So come on out on Thanksgiving weekend. That's Friday, November 27th at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. and Saturday, November 28th at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. for our mega Thanksgiving crossover event. We will see you there.
Hi, my little latkes. It's me, your Bubby. It's that time of year again, Hanukkah. Now, it may be difficult to celebrate with your family this year, so join ours. Come laugh and light the menorah with us in our interactive Hanukkah party.
That does sound like a good investment opportunity. Oh, hello. I'm high-powered business executive Jason Geis. I'm here to ask you, what are you doing for your company's holiday party this year? No plans yet? Well, let me tell you what every high-powered executive needs is an interactive virtual holiday party featuring Comedysportz. Why Comedysportz? Because nobody understands high-pressure situations and battling it out in the boardroom better than competitive improv with 2 teams battling each other for the ultimate dominance. The best part is your HR rep will love it. I know mine did, because it's completely family friendly, which means you can bring all the kids. Your RSVP list can be through the roof. Oh, sorry. Opportunity's calling. I have to answer. Will you? Hey, how are you? Hey, loyal fans. What are you doing midweek? You know, Wednesdays? What else you got going on? Well, I got something for you to do. Every Wednesday at night on CSZN, we have our minor league matches at 7:30 p.m. You're going to want to check these out. There's some of the best talent in the building going head to head, red versus blue. We've got new refs, new games that are invented. Amazing, amazing time. And you know what? We all need a little midweek fun. So please check it out every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. on CSZN. Minor league matches. They are Major League funny. I will not apologize for that joke.
I was told it was urgent. Come see me tonight. In the circle.
Hello, loyal fans. Hello. I am your announcer, Cindy Kamak. How is everyone doing out there? Give me some love in the chat room if you are feeling it right now. If you are feeling this Saturday, 7:30 Chicago Comedysportz match. Yes. Oh, look at all of that. So many people are feeling this right now. Perfect. Well, I want to say thank you to all of you who have come to plug in right now to watch our Comedysportz match. Some things that I should let you know. If you're watching the 7:30 match, stick tight right after the 7:30 match because we have an amazing interview between Luis Cortez and Simon. They're interviewing each other, talking about Transgender Awareness Month, which is this month. So that'll be right after this match. But I do want everyone in the match or everyone out there, let me know right now. We're going to be doing suggestions throughout the entire night. All right. And you're going to have to type in those suggestions. So we're going to practice that right now. But also, this is a Comedysportz match, which means fun for everyone. So there is the brown bag foul, which our ref could call at any point tonight. That is right. Any point tonight. So there is the brown bag foul is if you say anything lewd, crude, lascivious, downright rude. And we have a brown bag bot that's in the chat. So be nice, y'all. Be kind. But we are going to get this all started with some suggestions for you all. So my question for you is, we've had to spend so much time in home alone. So what is something that you love to do at home alone? Like for me personally, I really love filing down the calluses on my feet. But that's weird. So what's something that's maybe not so weird that you enjoy doing? All right, go ahead, put it in the chat. Let me see. These are some good suggestions, you all. Okay, all right. Watch CSC. Of course, Mark. We know. We've got you. Ooh. I like some of these. And I do a lot of them. All right. Excellent. Ooh, nice. These are great. These are amazing. I'm just going to write a few of these down because I might use some of these suggestions later. Oh yeah. All right. Some of these are very, very difficult. So I'm going to take them. All right. And okay. Wow. I love this. And great. Awesome. All right. Well, you've got that. You've nailed that, everyone. You've nailed those suggestions. Thank you. Also, tonight's match, these are going to be two teams competing against each other. And what's going to happen is you are going to have to vote, all right, in order to decide who gets some sweet points, all right? So how that's going to work is I will create a poll for you. And the first one I'm going to ask you is, who's been here for the first time? Do we have any first timers? And then who's been here before? So there will be a poll coming up right now. My typing skills aren't what they used to be. Thank you, Jans. Let's give it up for Jans on the keys. That's right. So go ahead. Notice in the chat up top that there's a poll for you to vote. And that voting is very important. It's going to determine who's going to win the points tonight, okay? So you only have limited time to vote, you know? Otherwise, people might question your voting, and it becomes very dramatic, you know? We're not dealing with that. All right, so time is going down. You can see that purple bar, which is Oh man, a lot more time than I really wish I would have learned typing, back when everyone else did. But instead, I was filing the calluses of my feet. All right, so that poll is almost over, and we will find out who's been here before and who hasn't. All right, and the poll is up, and we've got 90% old timers, and the rest are brand new. So for our new fans, welcome. For our old fans, welcome again. So without further ado, let's get this match started, everybody. Am I right? I am. All right, welcome, loyal fans. Welcome to Comedy Sports Chicago. It's two teams up against each other in tonight's Saturday night 7:30 match. That's right, and you are watching it on Twitch, the CSZN channel, where you will stay and play. But for tonight's match, of course, our first team is the new Annie Lennox. That's right, and playing for the new Annie Lennox is Nicole Devon. Coming up next is Ashley Guerin, and of course, the captain of the new Annie Lennox, Rob Grabowski. And they will be fighting for your laughter, your love, and your virtual applause against your favorite, the Chicago Bosses. Coming up first for the Chicago Bosses is Keith, the T-Ball Whipple. Going up next is Chip O'Quain. And of course, your downtown Chicago boss captain is Vinny Tangerlini. Now, I need every one of my loyal fans to wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Snip your armpits if you dare. Put it up for our referee, Tara Egan. That's right.
Woo! Good evening, hello! I don't have a British accent, but that's what came out first.
Tara, you're looking great tonight.
Thank you. So are you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Just right here. You look so sweet.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to be here with you, Cynthia, because I'm Reftar, and anyone else who's like about my age or babysat people about my age or were parents of people about my age may know Reftar and Cynthia are the two most important toys in the Rugrats universe.
That's right.
It's a deep cut, but it matters.
I got you.
Thank you. We're about to see some amazing improv tonight, and I'm very excited to be reffing for the first time on the big team time.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing
So
great. I
far?
went over the brown bag fowl.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Did you want
But you missed
to?
out. Yeah, indeed I did. We went over the brown bag foul, so no naughty things tonight. But we'd also have to, take a nod to our computer overlords. We are at the whim of the machines here. We could have a 5-hour RCN blackout. We could have people coming on muted. Anything could happen because of the people that we're working with. The sound effect could just be, let free to just run for the rest of the show. Who knows? If any of these things happen, I will blow my whistle like this. I will make an angry face, and I'll take away as many points as I feel are necessary at the time.
Oh, girl, do it. I love this power on you.
Thank you. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I've said hi to you. I've said hi to our fans. Hi, fans. How's it going? I want to say hi to our captains tonight. Come on up. Hi, captains.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Of course.
Captains, we're about to play some super duper comedy. I want to give you both the chance to call the first game, but first you have to bring to me something that brings you joy from your house, and I'll tell you which brings me most joy. And then I'll let you pick the game.
Okay. Should we go
Bye.
now? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
now. Oh, yeah.
I hope they bring you cookies, and then
If it's
maybe.
not cookies, I'll be sad. So.
I mean,
No.
are you hoping for like a cat or something?
I would love a living thing if it's, I'd love to be surprised, something that I wouldn't expect to give me joy.
Yeah. Ooh, here comes Captain Rob.
Hey, Captain Rob is back first.
There's Vinny's mustache.
Yep, there's Vinny's mustache. Where's the rest of him? I don't know. Captain Rob, you're back first, so why don't you show us what is something that brings you joy?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I panicked a little bit, and I just grabbed some Lysol cleaners, and they bring me joy because it makes me realize, things are getting cleaner. The world's getting maybe a little better slowly or surely, and they're also hard to find. So
yeah, honestly, brand name in this economy. Wow.
I know.
That's very amazing. Vinny, what have you got to counter Lysol?
Well, I've got. Oh no. Well, I had your very own cat, but she swatted me and is now halfway across.
Rude!
So you have nothing to show. I'm gonna give it to Rob.
That's right. So that is the Annie Lennoxes.
Annie Lennoxes.
Sweet dreams are made of
What is the first game of tonight, Rob?
Well, we like to challenge the old bosses to the game of gramophone, please.
Do you accept?
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
Great. Even if you said no, it's what we will play. Field Joe teams. People in the audience, my friends, we need a bunch of initials of your high school crush, initials of your elementary school bully, initials of where you love to buy donuts. We are about to play gramophone, so grandmother is calling. Grandmother, we're very formal in this family. And everybody wants to talk to her. Luckily, each person who is calling tonight will be a surprise, informed by names from these initials given by each other's actors on each team. Is this making sense so far?
Yeah, you got it. You're doing great.
You're nailing this.
We know our order tonight. We're gonna start out with AM. AM. Players, are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Begin.
Oh, Grandma, it is so nice to talk to you. I'm sorry, I just can't. It's going to be tough to make it home for the holidays, but I will definitely FaceTime you. Oh, hang on one second. Major wants to talk to you. A Major wants to talk to you. Hang on one second.
Oh yes, Grandma. Yes, very good to see you. Yes, Grandma. Let me tell you something. The Western Front is doing quite well. Don't worry about me. Amoebus mitosis is here and wants to speak to you. Here you go, amoebus mitosis.
That's right, amoebus mitosis here. Boy, howdy have I been busy in the lab doing all sorts of amoebus mitosising. You wouldn't believe how exhausting it can be. Oh, Grandma, yep. I'll have to give you the phone away because there's an animatronic mouse that simply must speak to you.
Hello. I was thinking you were my favorite grandma. My favorite grandma song. Hang on, there's a very annoyed maitre d'. A very annoyed maitre d' needs to speak to you.
Well, it's me. Yes, I am here. I'm here to come and collect all the cash. Yes.
That's beautiful. I love that. Next is going to be KM.
Oh, hello there, Grandma. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you. Kelly Munch is on the phone for you. Hold on there, Graham.
Hello, it's me, Kelly Munch. Yes, Grandma, I got the preserves you sent. Next time, use a container, though. Oh, Grandma, it's a kangaroo man. Talk to the kangaroo man.
Robert, nobody can hear you because you are on mute. And I said specifically, let's not do that. That's a technical foul, the very first of the game.
That's on me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to send you into negatives, but I'm going to take away 2 points right now.
No, that's fair. I screwed up. I screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 points taken away from the red team. The score is 0 to -2.
It's getting pretty fierce already.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot in
Getting
here.
hot. It's getting hot in here. Let's continue on with AC.
AC? Wonderful.
AC.
Still I, Kangaroo Man, here to protect everyone and pull things out of my pockets. Oh, hang on, grandmother. Hang on, grandmother. Alexander Cook wants to talk to you. Alexander Cook wants to talk to you.
Alexander Cook, the famous explorer. Grandma, I'm going to the West Pole, but don't mind. You're here to talk to a coat rack. A coat rack, Grandma.
Oh, hello, Grandma. I don't mean to be stiff, but I can't move. That's right, a rack. If you can believe that, I've got a rack right in my back. I'm holding onto a pea coat, which is nice. I gotta say, it's soft. Oh, Grandma, I'm sorry, I have to hand you off. An arrow.
We're gonna do MR. MR.
Great. Masterful Reproduction would like to speak to you. A masterful reproduction. Here you go.
Yes, I want you to know that unlike recent Spanish work, I look exactly like the original. I'm not a smudgy face. No, not a smudgy face. Oh, hang on, hang on. There is a marsupial wrangler there. Definitely a marsupial. Yes, here.
Hello? Yes, it's me, your... Oh, don't put me on hold. That's rude.
That's the game! What fun. Marsupial
was great.
Wrangler with an R. I like that.
Yeah. So
Spelling is in the eye of the beholder.
that was great. So now we have to figure out who did best, right?
Yes, indeed. So we are about to come to you, audience, with a poll. It'll be on the top of your little chit-chat chat, just like you did earlier. Which team's characters did you like best? Put yourself in Grandma's shoes. If you were Grandma yourself, who would have you preferred to speak to? Give them the votes.
Yeah, do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Oh, I missed the A on that gramophone, folks. Like I told you.
Phone. Spelling is in the eye of the beholder.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh, the votes are coming in. The
They're
votes
coming
are coming in. It's anybody's
They're coming
game.
in hot. Here they come. They're still coming in. And we're almost done with those votes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's so many amazing grandmas in the chat room tonight. Thanks for tuning in.
And there it is, folks. It is, oh my gosh, 50-50.
With one vote difference with Annie Lennox winning. 5 big points to Annie Lennox. Putting them on the board.
That's right. Now it's 3-0.
Wow. That's huge. Coming back from a negative it's a big deal, you know, in any sport, I've heard.
It's a big deal.
Let's get our big winner, Captain, on the screen, Captain Rob.
Oh man, I'm happy we won that one. I was about ready to throw in the whole towel for the show.
Definitely. Understood.
like,
I mean,
I'm
it's hard to
out.
come back.
It's hard to come back, but I'm back, baby. Yeah.
Back,
really
baby.
dramatic.
Baby back ribs. What do you want to play tonight, my friend?
Oh, I like to challenge my team to the game of Foursquare, but we need help from Cynthia, if that's okay.
Yes, that will do. Cynthia?
I'd be honored.
Cool.
Well, then field your team and Cynthia.
Come on!
We're about to play the game of Foursquare. It is one of the most classic, amazing games you'll ever see from Comedysportz, built into this amazing screen configuration by Robot Master Ryan Ford. We need help from you, audience. We need, let's do some locations, dream places you've always wanted to go to. Let's also get some emotions that you felt this week, how you've been feeling. Maybe emotions you wish to have felt this week. I want some clothing items. I want relationships. Throw out what your mind has, whatever's in your brain. We're about to see 4 different scenes rotated at the same time, or one at a time, and each of these scenes will be informed by your beautiful suggestions. First off, we have Our very top. Okay. First off, we have, ooh la la. I want to go to all these places too. You guys. Wow. Well traveled, my friends. Um, First, we have Nicole and Cynthia are in the pyramids in Egypt. Cynthia and Rob, we have ennui, a hard one. It's a vocab word. Ashley and Rob, sworn enemies. And Ashley and Nicole, we have Bermuda shorts. So let's go back around. Nicole and Cynthia, what is yours?
The
Pyramids.
Beautiful. Cynthia and Rob.
Ennui.
Rob and Ashley.
Worst enemies.
Absolutely. And Ashley and Nicole.
Bermuda shorts.
Beautiful. So you'll be seeing these scenes one at a time, rotating around as I ask. So if we see a scene, the scene with Cynthia and Nicole, and then I might say rotate right. And then you'll be seeing this scene with Cynthia and Rob. It's magical. So let's rotate right once more. And players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then let's begin.
Oh, so I think you've joined me on the battlefield.
Yeah, you told me the time and place, and I told you I would be here, Brad.
Well, I didn't expect you to show up so quickly, Davis, but here you are. I guess you really aren't a chicken like everyone says.
Hey, you know I'm punctual on time,
Yeah,
Brad.
you're also a punk, Davis.
Rotate left.
Your word is ennui.
Okay,
Okay.
N.
Okay.
Whee!
Hey, that's pretty good. All right, you're still in the
I think
competition.
Bruce, I think I'm really gonna nail the spelling bee this year. And
I think so.
You being my big brother and coach is the reason why I'm gonna nail it.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, I'm having so much fun. It's like I'm on whee!
Sounds right to
Rotate
me.
left.
Oh, I know. Sand gets everywhere, Jessica. I know. Like one strong wind and whoo!
Buzz. But you know what, Bart? I am doing this so that I'm gonna mummify myself so maybe you won't leave me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me help. That's a great idea. Let me help Mom.
Rotate left.
I see you did not pack my Bermuda shorts, Sarah.
Well, you didn't put it on the list, Carol. You didn't put it on the list.
I'm sorry. I thought, given that we were going to Bermuda, it was very clear that I would put my Bermuda shorts there, Rob.
Carol, I can't read your mind. Carol.
Sarah, have been together a long time. You should be able to read my mind.
Carol, my eyeballs are going to pop out of my head. As you keep hoping I'm doing these things, I'm just letting you down, Carol.
I am sorry about your eyeball, but I wear my shorts. You should have known.
Rotate right twice.
Okay, your word is escargot.
Cool.
Yeah.
S
Yep.
D-A-R.
Yep.
Go! Beep, beep.
Nailed it, sis. You're gonna crush this thing.
Rotate right.
Oh, Brad! Stop, Brad! That's not nice!
I'm gonna mess up all your hair, Davis. Then you'll be so concerned about that, you won't fight me.
Oh, you know my hair is my best feature!
I know, it's your own weakness too, because I'm jealous of it.
Oh, that's it, Brad! That's it!
What?
Rotate right.
Sarah, I got you a gift.
It's empty, Carol. Like,
It's my heart, Sarah.
I was just gonna say empty like my heart, Carol. I'm glad we finally agree on something.
I I'm so sorry. I never meant for this to get this way, Sarah.
Same, Carol. Same.
Rotate left.
Ow! 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 Oh!
Rotate left.
Wait.
Right. Ay-ya.
Your word is bonjour.
BONJOUR.
That's incorrect, sis. Come on, get your head in the game.
Rotate left.
I can't move. Perhaps we can
Perfect.
go well.
This is great. I feel like now that you're cased up and you're filled with sand, I could never leave you, you know?
Oh, Bart, that was my whole hope that you would just see like how much value I have now that I'm basically a mummy but still alive.
Yeah. It's like, even though, it's like looking back at myself, you know? Like looking at you, seeing the heart on the outside, but the inside is warm and beautiful. It's like a mirror when I look at you.
Oh, and full of stuff that's just really scratchy if you really crawl inside.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Bart, I hope that you'll never turn me out.
No, I would never do that. Because I wouldn't do it to myself, Jessica.
Bart, maybe we should mummify you as well.
That's the thing, like I feel like I'm already a mummy and maybe like I'll, you know, like with just one kiss. Like I feel this is the moment.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's the game. Oh my gosh, I could have watched that mummy kiss happening for hours.
Me too, I guess.
You're amazing. I
Thank
think,
you.
honestly, you deserve 5 points, and I just want to give them to you. I have the power, and I can do that.
Tara, thank you for giving me 5 points. You've made my Saturday, you know?
Absolutely. I want you to be in competition in this game, too, because you've worked hard.
Thank you. You know what? If I were a ref, I would give you 10 points.
Oh, stop it. That's
I
so
won't
mean.
stop it. I refuse.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. Well, thanks. Let's go ahead and get the blue captain on the screen. Everybody in the chat, make sure to keep the last game in your head because we're about to see another game from Captain Vinny. What have you?
Well, Keith and Chip and I were going to play some Call of Duty after this, but I kind of just want to get the party rolling right now. So we'd like to play Xbox Live.
Fantastic field, your team. For Xbox Live, we will need a suggestion of a video game that's never been played before, never invented, sitting inside your mind. And just give us a bunch of suggestions of new video games. Xbox Live, obviously, we are cornering the market on amazing quality comedy on Twitch, but we're also, starting to get into the gaming sector here. So you're about to see a video game improvised. Keith will be walking us through, talking us through, and playing through a new video game. And Vinny and Chip will be playing the game. They will be in the game, and we'll see how it goes. The game is called Her Majesty's Dilemma, and we have been waiting in line around Best Buy for 4 hours trying to get in this game. Players, are you ready to show us the magic?
Yes!
Then begin!
Whoa, blimey. Was woken up, me, Chunk Hamilton, disgraced member of the Queen's Guard. And the palace was abandoned. But wait, who is that? Walking the corridors at a distance, coming closer. What? Bobbing up the... That's right. What? It was my old friend, Biff Carmichael. Biff, what's happened? The
Hey,
Queen,
mate.
the guards, everyone.
Mate, check this out, right? All the orcs have slaughtered the entire guard. There's no one left but you and me. But I got this gash in my side, see? Right here.
Well,
You've
hand
got to
that over
save
here.
us. No. It's no use, mate.
It's curtains for me. But
You
you...
must have some form of equipment.
Oh, sure. Take my armor. Save the Queen. I always
Right.
loved
Now
you.
drop a piece of it. Oh. Oh no. They've miniaturized him. He's gone. Goodbye, Biff. The miniaturation ray. Wait a minute. I found my way, working through, when suddenly the lights went down and I was trying to find my way in the darkness. Oh, hello! Oh, it was the old... Oh, Lizard Man, Scrumpy Johnson.
That's me.
Scrumpy, I've got to find the Queen. She's been taken.
He was taken by the lizard emperor. You'll never get her.
Scrumpy. Oh no! Two of them! Oh no! What's this in the water? As I made my way through, I realized that I was going to have to find an ally if I was going to recharge the Queen's laser. Alright, I thought Scrumpy was my friend, but no. Luckily,
Hey, this is
behind the
Dylan. Did
secret
you want to
door-
like team up? Yo, invite, party invite. It's Dylan. Hey, it's XX Dylan. 1, 2, 3, X Dylan. What's up? Let's party.
Dylan, activate.
Dude, you want to use cheat codes, man? I'm like level 100.
I've accepted you in the game as a character. I'm playing first person, Dylan. Try to get into character. I've assigned you a role.
Fine.
Trixie Wellington.
Fine, I'm Jesse.
The girl character was left. Play it.
I'm Jesse Wellington, level 100 and amazing. Just don't get killed. Follow behind me.
You cheat coded your way into the boss fight.
That's right, me, the Lizard Emperor, and not even Trixie Wellington with all her mage powers can defeat me.
Look out! They can throw fireballs! Oh man, hang on. I gotta reboot.
Alright, that's the game!
Wow.
That was really cool.
That was pretty great.
I was transported.
Yeah, and loyal fans, now we've got a poll up because I figured how to do this quickly. So go ahead, vote now. Those were some great games.
Yeah, those are some amazing games.
I mean, I liked
now you're-
Foursquare, but that's because I was in it. But
Right.
I also really
That's hard.
liked Xbox Live. So there's a lot.
Honestly. And you already earned your points for Foursquare, so no worries either way.
Right.
Obviously, it's up to our loyal fans right now.
Yeah, and it's
What's it gonna be?
it's almost over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! It's Xbox Live! Wow!
Wow.
Very exciting.
Great job, bosses. They didn't like the one I was in.
It's because you already had the points. They were like,
Oh, that's right.
they were like, girlfriend, it's fine, right?
Yeah, sorry, Annie Lennox. Good job, bosses.
Well, amazing. Let's get Captain Rob to the screen. How does it feel knowing the bosses are also in the game now with 5 points?
Can I be honest? I'm a little upset. I thought my plan having Cynthia was going to be solid gold.
Yeah.
And this dream is not made of these. I'm a little upset by it.
Cynthia, you honestly, if it were up to me, you being in any game would be a winner just automatically. But
That's
it's not
okay.
up to me.
No,
Yeah.
it's up to these loyal fans.
It is up to the loyal fans. I'm very excited. Listen, I am going to give you a leg up, and you can pick what the next game is.
Oh, can we challenge the bosses to a game again?
You must.
Oh, okay, great. Whoa. I'd like to challenge the dumb bosses to the game of screen test, please. Yeah.
You dumb bosses, do you accept?
Oh my gosh.
Boy, I don't know. I'm pretty dumb. So
yeah, that's why I said it.
But I guess I have to, right? Is that the rules? Because I don't know.
Yeah, guy can't even read.
All right. It's getting too feisty here. We're just gonna play the game. Field for screen test, loyal fans, we're gonna need some suggestions of movies you love with great dialogue in them. Maybe some TV shows that we all know. We'll also need some actors or characters or historical figures with very notorious voices. Funny voices, bizarre voices, voices that one might be able to do. You know,
maybe a strong voice, you know, like a strong female voice.
Like a little weak voice.
Yeah. Like a Napoleon voice.
Yeah. We were about to do screen tests, so obviously the root of comedy is comedy. This is going well. We're about to do screen tests, so our beautiful comedians / actors are going to do voices for you. They're going to be, what is the word for this? When you do a voice of someone else.
Impression?
Yeah, it's an impression.
An impression, that's right. Yeah. One more point for Cynthia. She's winning so far. Sorry, I make the rules. So impressions, our actors are going to be doing impressions of the great suggestions you put into the chat, but in the context of the movie suggestions that you put into the chat. So it's going to be a good old time. Let's get us started with, fantastic. I'm going to call you out. It's going to be Nicole. We're going to have Katharine Hepburn in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, you see, all I'm going to do is stab you in the heart.
Amazing. Chip, Judy Garland in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Willow, I need you to cast your spell. And then there's no place like home. I just...
Ashley, Al Gore in the same.
Well, you see, there are vampires afoot, and so you see, you can buy my book.
Okay, we're gonna change to The Godfather, and Keith, let's do Jar Jar Binks.
Misa make him offer, he can't refuse, no? No offer, Misa no refuse that offer.
Rob, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, whoa! I think I just got kissed. Oh.
Vinny, Cher.
Oh, do you believe there's a horse in your bed?
Chef's kiss. We're changing over to Ghostbusters, and Ashley, give me Mark Hamill in Ghostbusters.
A ghost! Oh no! It's a ghost! Call everyone! Please!
Nicole Homer Simpson in Ghostbusters.
Oh! There is no Dana, only Zool! Oh.
Oh my gosh. Chip, we're gonna do Sean Bean.
Tell him about the Twinkie.
And Keith, Borat.
My streams do not cross my streams. My streams do not cross my streams. They are my very favorite streams.
We're gonna change to A Christmas Carol, and Rob, Jack Black.
You there, boy! Wow!
So it's perfection!
Maybe this year will finally not just toast.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That was just the amount of music that we could play.
That was great. And the poll is up, everyone. Now is the time to vote. Get those sweet, sweet votes in, you know?
So we've seen some really good impressions. That's the vocab word of the day.
That is like
those with-
that game really left an impression on me, you know?
Oh, that's
You know?
smart. That's
So
smart.
all right, folks, vote now or forever hold your fingers. Here we go.
Hold your fingers, just like this. How would you hold your fingers?
Ooh, Annie Lennox.
Oh my god.
4%. They get 5 points to Annie Lennox. That's a score. Bosses 5, Annie Lennox 6.
Wow. And how many for Cynthia?
Oh, I mean Annie Lennox 8 is the actual math there, and 5 points for Cynthia, and 5
plus
also
4.
turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble gobble. This is going to be a very exciting match. It is not over yet, for there's one more very exciting thing that needs to happen. Captains. Oh, everyone is here. What's going on? Captains, we're about to play 6 things.
Oh,
How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, hey Rob, I want to challenge you to send out your dumbest player. What if you and I send ourselves out? Dumbest
Oh,
versus dumbest.
well, that's lucky because I am the dumbest player in the new Analytics. Let's do this, you dum dum.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Ciao. Ciao. It's so not. We really like to build each other up in comedy sports. We're a strong family.
That's right. That's right.
We're about to play 6 things. So we've sent out our 2 dumbest players. Just kidding. Everyone is equally smart. We all had to pass the test. We're gonna be playing 6 things. It is the hardest game at Comedy Sports. We're gonna have to get a zillion suggestions from you. So please warm up your little thingies, loyal fans. Up on the screen, we have suggestions we got earlier today, that are activities. Beautiful. And we're going to be getting suggestions to replace parts of these activities. So, Cynthia, do you want to do odds and I'll do evens?
I'd love to. So, embroidery, that's a thing I know a lot about. I think, yeah, embroidery. So, loyal fans, I want you to tell me, what is your favorite, like, I'm going to sit down and watch a movie and I need to eat this snack. All right. Your favorite snack to eat when you sit down to watch a movie. And then also, after you've, I don't know, watched 6 hours of movies, what is the thing that what is that activity that you have to do or that you have to do after you've been sitting for a while? All right. Okay.
I love a good walk.
Yeah, right?
I love it.
Ooh, great. Okay, so for embroidery, the string that you're using to embroider, the string is eggplant chips. Eggplant chips. And the item that you're doing the embroidery on, it's not like a shirt, but instead it is a yoga studio.
I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Great. For our next one, could I please have what is a location in a movie? It could be a made-up one or a real location, one you wanted to go to. And what is something that you hope is not on the table at Thanksgiving?
Ooh.
Yeah. I hope that nothing gelatinous is on the table at Thanksgiving for me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Not to be controversial.
I won't.
It is a controversial topic
right now about Thanksgiving dinner, but you can imagine.
Okay, we are going to have Narnia. So the headphones are Narnia, and the audiobook itself is Ooh, macaroni salad.
Nice, nice. All right, our next item is making bread. Making bread. All right, loyal fans, what is something that when you uh when you walk in the room, like let's say at remember your grandparents' house, you know how grandparents' homes have like a smell? What is that thing that you smell when you walk into like your grandparents' home? And then I also want you to tell me your favorite, the song that from like your childhood that gets stuck in your head, and the song and who wrote that song. Ooh.
I'm blue dabba
All right.
die
So
all the time. I don't know who wrote it.
the bread itself is mothballs, okay? And and let's see. And I need more of those. Okay, great. And the oven is Lou Bega. Lou Bega? That's right.
I love Omega. Wow. For our next, we are popping popcorn. I'm whispering. Because let's see, we will need. What is the best? I guess I'm thinking about the holidays for some reason because it's nearing. What's the best present you've ever received or given? And then what is something that you can get a degree in that you thought was kind of weird, like something unique that you can get a degree in? Still waiting for the field to open up so I can get a degree in making people smile.
I mean, if there were a degree in that, you'd get a 4.0 for your GPA.
Stop it.
No, I won't. You don't make me stop.
I won't. Oh, I really love these suggestions. Okay, so for our first one, the microwave is going to be an NES
Yeah.
player.
That's Nintendo.
Nintendo Entertainment System? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Crushing it. I can't handle it. And the popcorn itself is gonna be dog psychology.
That's great. All right, now we're on playing Animal Crossing. Oh, gotta love some Animal Crossing, am I right? I am. Okay, so I want all of you loyal fans to think of your favorite rom-com movie, okay? Tell me your favorite rom-com movie and who plays the dynamic duo in your favorite rom-com movie. Okay? Yeah, give it some thought, you know. And then also what is your favorite, like, once we're allowed to travel, where would you travel to, you know?
My favorite duo in a rom-com is obviously you and Nicole in The Mummy.
Thank you.
It was so beautiful.
All right, so for playing Animal Crossing, your controllers on your Switch, your right and your left controller, which can come off, baby, it's dynamite, is your controllers are Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. That's right, Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. And then the inside part of the animal that you are playing for Animal Crossing is Greece. That's right. The animal isn't an animal, it's Greece. The place, not like, you know, it's not like a substance. It's not. It's not.
My mom had a CD that in her CD tower that said Greece, and when I was little, I thought that it was the soundtrack to Greece, but it was just music from Greece.
From Greece,
island.
Nice.
The island of Greece. Parts of Greece are an island. Don't worry. Can I please have in the suggestion box what for watch animal videos? Give me some sports teams. You heard of sports? I have. Definitely. That's what we're doing right now. Sporting. Can I also please have the name of a plant? Some people are getting really into green thumbs right now.
Yeah.
Getting their green thumbs growing.
For our Annie Lennox team, they should know that watching animal videos, there is that bonus point for the animal specifically to be a goat.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently
that is a
not
hot
the Cubs.
bonus point in there.
People are getting spicy about sports teams in the chat right now. Okay, we're gonna take, for watching animal videos, the video itself is the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh, yeah.
And they play football?
That's correct. That is correct.
I know sports really well. And the animal in the video is aloe vera, soothing aloe vera.
So instead of the goat, which would
Yes,
be the bonus
instead
point,
of the
it's
goat,
aloe vera.
it's aloe vera.
Which I feel like they are, to my ears.
Yes, exactly. So we have all of our replacements here. We now need our players to come back
Oh
to
yeah.
the
Oh
come
my
back to
gosh,
the
that's
room.
my job. I have to do that. I have to tell the
No
players
worries,
back here.
because I have to now talk about this game.
Yeah,
So we both
you
have little
explain
jobs
it.
to
I'll
do.
get the players out of the green room.
We got this. Good team. So we're about to see 6 things happen right here, right now. As you saw, we had activities and we had replacements for subparts of those activities that the players out of the room are going to have to guess. They will be guessing based on mime and gibberish. So no, there will not be any English involved. There will not be any. It'll all be based on, the French karate and the
I get 5 more points. Thanks, Tara. I know that that's what that meant.
Yes, it did. Who's winning right now? Cynthia? Yeah. But luckily, what is the score update right now, actually?
Oh, the score update. I believe the Annie Lennox have 8 points and the Downtown Chicago Boss have 5, which is also a turkey.
A ham turkey. So it is honestly anybody's game. For each of these guessed right, you will get 5 points in the first 2 rounds, but in the last round, it's worth 10 points, which is very exciting and very, very stressful if you are not doing well. Each team will have 1 minute and 30 seconds to give their best mime and gibberish of these items, and you will have the chance to guess when you think you've got it. Guessers, if you don't have it right at the end of 1 minute and 30 seconds, the guesser on the other team will have a chance to steal and take that joy and points away from you. Correct? Okay. Givers, you are not allowed to do the activity. You have to mime all the things to lead your guessers to the activity, but they have to do it themselves. Are we ready to go?
I think so. I think we just need to get these bosses on the screen. So you
Absolutely.
say the word. Oh.
Bosses to the screen. I have to whistle, it doesn't make it official.
Right. All right.
Fantastic.
I think everyone's ready to go. So the bosses are on the screen.
Okay, bosses, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
And begin.
Che se malako? Essa malaka fuamina ting ting ting.
Oh,
skibra. Essa malaka ting 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 ting. Essa malaka nama. Essa malaka punko fulu afsumna. Essa malaka wasemalako levako huama.
Sibaraska buska baska buska.
Essa malaka lepochimana lapatao. Ting. Come essa malaka pakataka.
Oh, sibaraga skibaraga. Skibra.
In maskera fina maskera ba. It's gonna do cinema the maskera flaskera wera ba. Na bing bing no sara ba. Maskera flasla ba.
Sibra.
Swala.
Oh,
Water baska. Maskera water ba. In the maskera water ba, it's gonna be.
Okay.
No.
Oh, come on. Maskera
Banana is the maskera banana is the Just get a
30 seconds.
Is it a ba? Is it a ba?
That's
10 seconds.
5 seconds.
4, 3,
Oh,
One.
Comedysportz.
done. We are done. Get out of there. Stop it. All right. Vinny, do you have it? What is your guess?
Absolutely, I have it. I am like sewing a pattern onto a jean jacket, but the thread is chicken and waffles potato chips, and the jacket itself is where Silver Surfer was born.
Where was Silver Surfer born? You are totally incorrect. Rob, what have you got?
Okay.
Steal.
I am sewing a patch, maybe it's called embroidering, onto a shirt. Oh, okay, cool, great. And then the thread are potato chips, but these delicious chips taste like egg water. And of course, and of course, the actual jacket thing is Egypt.
No! 0 points first round.
What was it?
First round we had embroidering. Your string was eggplant chips, and your the thing that you were embroidering was a yoga studio.
Yeah, very zen. Very zen.
I get it. Okay, cool.
Well, yes, Silver Surfer was born in a yoga studio.
Get out of here, you dum-dum.
Zenla.
This is something we all know. Let's get the red team up. You have 1 minute, 30 seconds. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Begin.
Shabagriga. Flonkopotonka.
Skabba-ba-ba-ba.
Flompunka. Shoop, shoop. Whoop. Flonkopotinka. Ashamanel flonka. Amaraki shabagriga.
Oh, skabba-ba, skabba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Skabba-ba, skabba-ba. Ba, skabba-ba-ba.
Escobar. Oh, Escobar.
Skabba-ba-ba.
Oh, Escobar. Escobar.
Oh.
Oh, Escobar.
That's 1 minute.
Wow, skabba-ba, skabba-ba-ba-ba. Skabba-ba, skabba-ba, skabba-ba.
Flonka paki shimidike boka. Savaduka shamaki.
Bobakapskia.
Somebody give flonka boka. Tikela baka stinkalaga. Flonka boka. Oh, somebody give shimidika.
Skabba-ba-ba.
Fluka. Shabaki shimidika.
Skabba-ba.
Flopunka.
Oh, skabba-ba.
Shabagasiga.
Skabba.
Ashimiga.
30 seconds.
Skabba-ba. Oh. Skabba-ba, 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 skabba-ba.
He's done.
I did the activity.
I was so excited.
Like 20 seconds left, Ref. Come on.
You have 19 seconds left, according to Yonder Ryan.
Wonderful.
What have we got?
Okay, I am listening to an audiobook. The ear pods are The Land of Narnia.
Correct.
And the actual book is Elbow Carrots.
Correct. You have to clean up what the book is. You have
Cool.
19 seconds. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
Escobar. Oh, Escobar.
Skubba-da-bub. Skubba-da-bub-bub-bub.
10 seconds.
Skubba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, yeah, skubba-da-bub.
Time. Rob, what are you doing?
I am listening to an audiobook. The AirPods are The Land of Narnia, and my book is Macaroni Salad.
5 points for red team. Blue team, let's come on up.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oy, oy, oy. Get yourself some 5 points. Are you ready? Begin.
Skibberama.
Oh, Sibra, chick, chick, chick. Hook.
Skibberama.
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 Si, Skibberama.
Skibberama.
Skibberama. Skibberama.
Ooh, Skibberama. Oh, oh. Oh, it's Skibberama.
Si, Skibberama.
It's the Skibberama Mascaraba. That, then a Bascarama in a Scarama. Ooh. Yeah, Bascaraba.
Skibberama. Ah, Skibberama. Okay, okay, si, Skibberama. Si, Skibberama.
1 minute.
Huacasama.
Si, Skibberama.
Esquema, it's a oh, it's a it's like a it's a
Oh, Skibberama.
it's like a boom. It's like something like a huacasama. Like woman put it's a
Oh, Skibberama. Si, Skibberama.
woman maga.
Skibberama.
And it's frost in the cinema instead of Farama.
30
30
seconds.
seconds.
Ooh, yeah. Guess it a feast get about it's got a
Skibberama.
walk. In this case,
Yo, stop it, it's Burger Sembra. Oh, Skibberama.
5, 4, 3.
Sembra.
Raph?
Time is up.
2
you have
seconds. 2
left.
seconds.
You have 2 seconds to clean up.
Yoy.
You have 2 seconds to clean up. What activity are you doing?
All right, I am baking bread, but the bread is a moth ball, and the oven is the dude that sings Mambo number 5.
Mm-hmm. That
Wonder
is
who that is.
correct, but that dude has a name, and it's a name. So you have 2 seconds to clean up what that name is. Ready? Begin. Time is up. Vinny, what is the name of that singer?
So I am baking bread. The bread itself is a mothball, and the oven is Louis Vega.
Yeah, I'll take it. 5 points. Alrighty.
Louis. He goes by Louis now.
I'm pretty sure he said Vega and it's Bega, but I won't say anything.
Get out of here, you dum-dum.
You're a
You
dum
know
dum.
what?
Yeah,
It's actually typed Vega on the screen, so we're gonna give it to them anyway. The more you know. All right, let's get the red team back up on the screen. Noemi Lennox, are you ready?
Yeah.
For your next thing, begin. It's Scooby Doo Baba.
Scabba-baba?
Oh,
Escababa.
Oh, Escababa. Oh, Escababa.
Scabba-baba?
Oh, Escababa. Escababa.
Oh, Scabba-ba?
Escababa.
Scabba-ba? Oh, Scabba-ba-ba?
Escababa. Escababa. Bisc. Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, 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 boop. Scabba-ba?
Escababa.
Scabba-ba? Roar, 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 roar.
Oh, it's Escababa.
Oh, Scabba-ba?
Escababa. Escababa.
1 minute.
Escababa.
Oh, Scabba-ba-ba-ba. Scabba-ba.
Oh, yum 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 yum.
Scabba-ba-ba? Oh! Scabba-ba, 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 Scabba-ba.
Oh, somebody get flunk. Beep 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 beep. Flunk.
Scabba-ba, Scabba.
30 seconds.
Oh, Scabba-ba, yeah. Ba-boing, ba-boing, ba-boing. Oh, Scabba-ba, oh, Scabba-ba. Scabba-ba, Scabba-ba, Scabba-ba. Scabba-ba-ba?
Oh, so what's in the baba? 10 seconds.
Scabba.
5, 4,
Beep, boop.
3.
Yum.
Oh, he's doing the thing.
We have 3 seconds left. Rob, what are you doing?
I'm making popcorn.
Yes.
My microwave is an old school Nintendo. Yes! And the actual popcorn is Dog Obedience School?
No, clean up what the popcorn actually is.
Okay.
You're kind of close.
Okay.
You have 3 seconds.
Great.
Begin.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Fish, fish, fish.
Sorry. I get caught up in how beautiful you guys are doing. Rob,
Yes.
what is thing 4?
I am making popcorn. My microwave is an old school Nintendo. And the actual popcorn is dog talk?
No, so close. Vinny, can you take this away?
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm making microwavable popcorn, but the microwave is. Oh no, he just said it. Self the dog whisperer. Okay, well if that's wrong, then it doesn't even matter.
All right. No points for anyone. You are popping popcorn. The microwave was an NES, and the popcorn was dog psychology.
Oh, that's fake.
Tell that to my dog's therapist.
I will.
Let's get the blue team back on the screen.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Oy,
Okay,
oy,
blue
oy.
team, are you ready? Things are getting harder. It is the last 2. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right.
Yeah, this one's worth 10 points. So
This one is worth 10 points, so no pressure, but it's mega. So, ready, steady, go.
Keep it up. Oh, sì, sì, oh, capito subito che Keep it up. Hey, super. Sibra.
One minute.
Hey, do it. Skip it. Quabara?
Is there
30 seconds.
Okay, sí, pero sí.
Es que se llama Huamanaba.
Sí, pero
Se llama
10 seconds.
Se llama Wa. Se llama Wa ba ba ba.
5, 4, 3.
Okay, sí, pero sí.
That's
Okay,
it.
time is up. We have no more time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, what do you got?
I am playing Animal Crossing. Player 1 and player 2, the 2 people playing this game, are Jesus Christ Superstar and Winston Churchill, and I am the animals in the game are ancient Greece.
Wow, super close on some of those things. However, the controllers are very incorrect. So we're gonna give Rob a chance to steal. What?
Got it, Rob. You got it.
Oh, I got this one, bros. Okay, so I'm playing Animal Crossing for sure. And the animals within the game is Greece. And controller 1 is a pretty lady. And controller 2 is a distinguished gentleman.
You don't know how close you were.
Those are general descriptions of those people.
Those are very general descriptions. Unfortunately, no points because the controllers are Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant.
Oh!
The pretty woman.
Yeah, Julia Roberts, I'm pretty sure was in Jesus Christ Superstar. So
No, don't even try. All right, let's get the red team up for the last thing of 6 things. Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, and just to let you know, Ref, the bosses have 10 points and the new Annie Lennox have 13. So if the new Annie Lennox don't get this and the bosses steal, I mean, it's still anyone's game. Some
This
might
is
even
huge.
say it's a barn burner.
Who would say that?
It's frightening how many barns burn in this town. All right, red team. It's your time to shine. Ready? Begin.
Shimegi, Shimega, Klika,
Klika?
Flopataka, Shimega, Hishima,
Oh,
Floka.
Skababa.
Shimega, Shloga, Fogatika, Shimega.
Oh, Skababa.
Shimegi, Shimega, Floka.
Oh.
Floka. Floka, Shanabi, Shimegi, Shimega.
Skababa. Yeah, Skababa.
It's scuba ba, scuba ba, scuba, scuba ba,
Skababa.
scuba ba, do 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 do, do 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 do, scuba ba, scuba ba, hit da, oh, scuba ba, no, scuba ba, scuba ba,
Oh, Skababa. Skababa. Skababa.
Shimega.
Yeah, Skababa. Skababa.
30 seconds.
Oh. Skababa.
You have 28 seconds, 10, 18 seconds.
That's some good math.
10 to 18 seconds. Perfect.
18. That's 10 plus 8.
Okay. Do you want the activity?
Yes, please.
Great, cool. I am watching goat videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Correct.
So bonus point immediately. Red team gets a bonus point.
Perfect. So I'm watching goat videos on YouTube. My laptop is the final countdown, and the actual goat is, oh no, hang on. The actual goat is Alloy?
It is aloe. Amazing. Okay, so you are watching animal videos, goat videos on YouTube, and your animal is aloe vera. You need to clean up what the video is.
Okay.
Ready? You have 18. That's 10 plus 8 seconds. And go.
Great.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds.
Time is up. Time is up. 0. What are you doing, Robert?
I'm watching goat videos online. The something is aloe vera, and the actual video is like is a horse jousting fight.
That's not true.
It is not a jousting fight.
Ah.
You are still in the lead unless Vinny can steal with guessing what is the video.
Okay. Watching a goat video. The goat is aloe. The video itself is the Indianapolis Colts.
It is! 10 points to the Bosses!
Oh,
That is
I don't
the
know
score,
football.
folks. That is our score. Bosses 20 and the new Annie Lennox 14 points. That is our final score.
Sports, baby.
We still won? Or we didn't win?
The Bosses won!
The Bosses won
The
with
Bosses
20
with 20 points has won the game tonight.
That is right, loyal fans. The Bosses won with 20 points. The new Annie Lennox got 14, so close. But you all are the real winners tonight. That's right. That is right, folks. Let's give it up for our almost winners right here. The new Annie Lennox. That's right. We had Ashley Guerin. We also had Nicole Devon and the captain of the Annie Lennox, Captain Rob Grabowski. And let's give it up, loyal fans, for your winners tonight. Stealing it at the end, the downtown Chicago Bosses with Keith Whipple. We have Chip Aquan and the Captain Vinny Tangerlini. And everyone, please give yourselves and this queen of the team, Ref Tara Egan. Give it up for Ref Tara. That's right, folks. Also, let's give a shout out to our amazing piano player tonight. That's right, it is David Yantz. I want to thank all of you loyal fans for hanging out and just hang out a little bit longer tonight. That's right, because right after this match, we have for Transgender Awareness Month, we have Luis Cortez, who will be interviewing one of our players, Simon Collier. So hang out, watch that, and we will see you again at 9:30, where we will be doing another match. All right, folks? Thank you so much. I've been Cynthia. Stay classy, Twitch.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Luis Cortez. I am the Director of Diversity and Inclusion at Comedysportz Chicago. And I am here with my very good friend Simon, and we are in the middle of November. And November is Transgender Awareness Month, which is also leading into Transgender Awareness Week. And that leads into the Transgender Day of Remembrance on November 20th, where we remember all of the people from the transgender community who have suffered violence and have also lost their lives. And as we as a company want to bring more awareness to these sort of days and these sort of events and these communities, I asked Simon if he would be willing to sit down and chat with me, and he very kindly said yes. So again, Simon, thank you so much. But before we go any further, Simon, could you just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you and where you want to start? Yeah.
Sure. Hey, I'm Simon Collier. Gosh, I've been improvising in Chicago for a full decade now, almost, and with Comedysportz since 2013 in some capacity. Improv is a huge passion, but also I've been a member of the LGBTQ community for forever. Done my time there, I suppose. I transitioned actually while being part of the ensemble, so this is definitely something that's like very personal to me. So happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah, actually, one of the things that I eventually want to talk about, I want to get to it, but is that idea that you were through, at least from my perspective, the larger part of your transition while you were at Comedysportz. So so I'm nervous to say I was there when it started because I don't know what that point is. So I don't want to say that. I guess the most comfortable thing I can say is I was there when the outward changes began to happen. What was that like while being, in this very public space while going up on stage in front of the crowds that we have?
Gosh, I think that's.
I know it's a very loaded question to start
It
with.
is. Well, I think, it was interesting. And I mean, you were there while it all happened. I didn't really ever consider, transitioning a possibility or anything up until about 2017. Um, and at that point, I sort of, I feel like it was the same thing with my sexual orientation, where I was like in high school, I was like, well, what if I'm bisexual? Like, let me just dip my little toes in the water, test it out, see how it feels. And then eventually I was like, this seems to be less of an attraction to men, and I'm more into, just women, or, now that's even evolved ever since. But like, I think it was the same thing where I started off being like, well, let's feel how, you know, just gender nonconforming, non-binary feels, and then we'll proceed from there. And so that was sort of where I started in 2017, and it was pretty uncomfortable pretty much every step of the way, just because it's not really. I mean, again, you can never tell a gender from an outward appearance, but especially something like non-binary, you can't tell that pretty much ever without asking someone how they like to be referred to. And so audiences didn't really seem to get it. The ensemble didn't really seem to get it. And so it had some ups and downs, and I did that for about a year, and then realized this isn't working out for me, and actually, uh, you know, proceeded to go ahead and transition, and accept, like, I uh, feel more comfortable in a male body with male pronouns and all that, and here we are. And that in itself was even more awkward, I think. Uh, this is going off like a huge tangent, I
No,
suppose, but
no,
you
go.
don't, as I mentioned, I've been improvising I've been in comedy in some capacity ever since college. And so then in the city for about 10 years. And at that point, it was like 8 years deep. I'd had pretty good rhythm. I felt comfortable with all my characters, my voices, my choices that I would make. And I started to feel like I no longer knew how to perform, because the tools that I was accustomed to using and working with no longer worked for me. Like
Yeah.
like vocally couldn't do some of the same things that I had done before. Some of the choices weren't as uh, effective in, with my new presentation. And it's been a process, I'd say, ever since, to actually like figure out how to feel comfortable and confident with my performance again. And I'm still not 100%, but I'm working on it. So like, it was interesting to go from what I felt was probably like at the time my peak and most like, polished form, and then have to kind of scrap that and start back at step one.
Would you say some of those, because I know you're talking about like those artistic choices you make on stage, having to update them, I guess. Would you say that was based more on you feeling different as a person? Like, I know you said it was partly based on some of the changes that were happening. So would you say that it was more about like, well, I have to change this now because artistically it doesn't work because of the how I'm presenting now? Or is it just now this doesn't work for Simon now? Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, like, to me, it was something I had to change because they no longer got the same, reactions that I was accustomed to. I was like, if I do this voice or if I do this type of character, usually these things are surefire bets, and they no longer hit the same way. And that could have been like a confidence thing. Like, certainly it could have been like half and half, but it seemed like, they just weren't playing as well as they normally did. And so I had to relearn, basically, like, okay, well, can I adapt this to be something that works for me now? Or like, how can I tweak this? Um, and yeah, really, I just had like, there's very little, that's even tough to say, because to me, again, I still feel mostly the same. To me, like, nothing's really changed in my perspective of myself. But you just have to, we're always growing and adapting anyhow. But it just seems like yeah, the adjustments I feel like I had to make are more than an average improviser just trying to find out, what are my greatest hits.
Right. Right. Because it's your mentality is changing, so it's your your comedic sensibility has to kind of adapt to that along with everything else that's going on. I can, I mean, I can see that can only create stress. And when you have a group like the ensemble who doesn't necessarily always get it, and because of that might not support in the proper way, being there can just exacerbate some sort of stress. I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, there was a good, I don't know, 6, 7 months where I thought I was failing. Like I did not feel like I could do the thing I liked doing anymore successfully. And either that was me holding myself to just like an incredibly high standard, and maybe like my C minus is someone else's A plus. It's like a very nebulous thing, but it just, there were, if I did, like 50 shows, I maybe felt good about 3 or 4, as opposed to I feel good about 40 of these. Like my ratio just was flopped upside down, and it was hard to kind of dig myself out of um, that artistic hole. And actually, honestly, I was still in it before uh, the stay-at-homes all began, and only within this kind of digital format have I been able to, I guess, kind of like feel the freedom to find what that new voice means to me, and how to work in a way that's fun for me to perform. And I'm only now feeling, kind of more like myself again.
Now that you got an opportunity to literally step way off the stage, and it's, oh yeah, that's so interesting. Essentially, just kind of play in a room with yourself, like we used to as kids, in the way of like imagination with no one but the walls.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, and again, a lot can happen in a year in terms of um, just like a physical transition. By the time we were in our, relegated to our homes, it had only been about a year of my transition, and it takes about a year for some things to kind of start happening and changing and becoming more apparent. And so I think, it's also now, I don't know if an audience would still have the same kind of like apprehension towards me as I felt in person. Um, but now there's really no way of knowing what anybody thinks about anything you're doing online. But I've been able to at least start to feel a little bit more at ease. So it's certainly been a process.
How do you feel that we as like an improv community, on the larger end, but also on the smaller end, a comedy sports community, what could we be doing to at least make our spaces those comfortable spaces that the comfortable space that everyone else gets to use it as?
Yeah.
Again, I know
There's
that's quite a loaded question.
there's a lot that can change, and I think a lot of it is in person focused. But the ref spiel, or basically the ref sets the whole tone, and I think there's a lot of language in what the referee says, that, or in the announcer, both of which kind of control the entire crowd and space. And terminology certainly needs to be retired. I think people need to learn how to talk to an audience that doesn't require ma'am and sir when you're calling for a suggestion. That I think is incredibly alienating and uncomfortable. Just, you should never do it to begin with. But the moments where you're wrong, boy, does that just stop everyone dead in their tracks.
It's so funny when in my younger days as a newer ref, like I can probably count on both hands the times that happened to me. But I'm sitting here now realizing the fact that I let it get to 2 hands before I actually thought maybe I should stop is ridiculous. It's like after 1 or 2 times, it should have clicked. This creates an issue. Just don't do it. Even when not dealing with the idea of possibly misgendering someone who's part of the community, just when you know, the little boy with the long hair and you call him a little girl, and like even those moments,
Yeah.
those are awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And they're even more so when it really is someone who that sort of misgendering is such an issue in their life that I mean, I'm sure that happened a lot both on stage and off when you were at the theater.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean,
What was that like? How do you deal with that? And did you have the proper support from the theater?
no, I mean, the number of times that I was either misgendered or misnamed in a show is more than I feel like we should have allowed, and more than I should have allowed. But I'm very much of like I don't like to cause a fuss mindset, and if you're in the middle of a show and someone gets your name or pronouns wrong, you don't want to call more attention to it because you're already, it's not that's not the time or place. So I think it's you just try to power through, but it's definitely something that like really throws you off your whole game. I can very distinctly remember it was a game of what was it? What's that called? Dance Party USA, and the ref calls out specific players and then breaks it up like, ooh, just the red team, just the blue team. And this is when I was still using gender neutral pronouns, and they said all the ladies, and I was like, I literally don't know what to do in this moment. um, and it's just like stuff like that, you just sort of feel just sort of like frozen for a moment, and you just have to make a choice, but no choice feels right, and you feel gross at the end. So I think there's just like so much of that we don't even realize, um, those little things that are easily controllable but just so built into how we're programmed, but they make a big difference to the people that it affects.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about that, because I know it's probably feeling like we've only focused on, all the things that we have done wrong, but I want to know, because I think I like to think that a lot, or at least I've come to think that a lot of these choices and decisions that people make in those moments hopefully aren't coming from a deliberate place of I'm going to hurt you with this statement.
Sure.
So I always like to approach it like, here's a learning moment. For a lot of us, even myself, I can admit that coming into this conversation, I was very aware of making sure that everybody feels comfortable, but also not me not having the knowledge about parts of this community is not your responsibility to teach me. So I can easily go out and get it, but in that interim naivete, I don't want to say something to offend someone. But I guess in walking that path, to me it's always better like just call that out, and then we don't have to sit in that awkwardness. But I'm sure you had plenty of those sort of situations along the way. But I guess what are the things that we can do that aren't, as we've said before, like, big sweeping changes are usually like a one and done. But what are the small things we can do, almost kind of like small daily sort of things that can create these new patterns for better behaviors?
Sure. I think like in an audience setting, always either just asking your volunteers, if they have preferred pronouns, or just like knowing to ignore them. Just you can just say, this is Alex and they're going to help us out with this game. Like I think just training your brain to just eliminate certain words is something that does take daily practice for a lot of folks. And so, you know, just getting in the habit with that is, I think, huge for both your players and your fans. Like that's a great place to start. And I think, you know, I know some people feel differently about pronouns and you know, like the pronoun checks and stuff like that. I think something we have been kind of trying to implement, or were back before the you know year happened, was consent checks, and I think you know that's a great time to check in with everyone, because I think it's also important to know, like, just because you checked in about someone's gender identity at some point doesn't mean it's the same. And uh, so just being willing to adapt as people might be, you know, figuring things out, and just being willing to change, and like adapt with them. Because yeah, of course, I could be like, it would be great if we had gender neutral bathrooms in the theater. That would be pretty cool. But that's you know that's more of a one and done kind of thing. Um, but I think it's just it all starts with you, and just sort of how you know how you treat language and how you want to treat other people. And I think just also, you know, if you're corrected, please don't take it personally. Also, please don't make it a joke. Oh gosh, I hate that. Like,
Yeah, I think that's probably something that a lot of people are like, you know, you said yourself, like, this is something that we have to work on daily. So obviously, you're going to trip along the way. I think a lot of people are mostly afraid of that moment. The things that I've seen in the past is really just like, just apologize, correct yourself, and move on. But I think people have a tendency to really want to like, oh, or what advice do you have for people in that moment? It's not your job to teach them that, but if you have any to give.
Yeah, I think I mean, even to your point just then, I think the biggest thing, and I read this somewhere and was like, oh God, that makes so much sense. Don't even apologize. Don't even, maybe like take them aside later and say something, but um, apologizing for it forces the person to have to say it's okay, and that isn't something they should have to do because it's not necessarily okay. So just being like, oops, fix yourself, and then keep going. And you know, at least from my experience, I hate being the center of that attention, and so like just make it as you know
small as
just
possible,
like minor as possible. Yeah, because you're probably already so uncomfortable. Just like, let's just smooth this over, fix it, and then just plow through. Talk about it later if you want to. I'm always willing and thrilled to see someone who realizes they did something and then sends me a message later. You know, like that's always appreciated because they're obviously like thinking about it. But um, yeah, like the apology can force the person to have to be like, no, don't worry about it. And that's because everybody, you know, we're in the Midwest, everyone loves to be like, it's okay. No, it can be not okay, and
yeah,
that
it's
person
okay for
can
it not to
have
be
to
okay.
feel, yeah, they can feel bad about it, so they learn from it. So that's probably my biggest thing.
So let me ask you this. I think we're coming to the end of our time here. So this is part of what, as far as I'm aware, one of our very first statements specifically for the trans community. This, I think, the very first one, if not just one of our biggest. Again, I'm happy to be corrected by anyone out there. But if you know, what what would you like people to know? What would you like to share in this moment? I guess not to punctuate it, but since one of the reasons I wanted to do this was for the community that lives 2 blocks from the theater, but also, for you. I've watched from afar this transition that I could only imagine was the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, and continues to be as you become this awesome new person that I've gotten to get to know. What are the words that Simon would like to leave on this video?
Oof, okay. That's even more of a, that's probably the most loaded question
Save
because it
save
can
us
go.
all, Simon. Save us all.
Gosh, oh, I can't. Don't. I shouldn't be responsible for that. But I don't know. I think it's okay to question who you are, and I think it's okay to do that as many times as you need to. If something doesn't fit, scrap it. Keep going, because it's worth it when you get there. Don't do anything also just to make someone happy. Like, if you're not being you for yourself, then you're doing it wrong. And I think, my message to improvisers is, I think this other thing that everyone can do is, we all need to learn how to do scenes where we don't presume the person we're doing a scene with automatically. Because that is also, that can be detrimental in a different way, because you can think, I'm coming in as this character who doesn't have a gender, or is this gender, or whatever, because literally we can be anything we want to be in improv. And so when someone um, consistently puts you in like the same casted box, then that feels very bad. So we need to break those habits. So improvisers, stop it. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, just don't. I mean, the world is scary, but don't be afraid also, because I can honestly say, like, it was a very scary choice, and there's a lot to be there's a lot of apprehension that comes along with it. The world isn't always kind, but like, at the end of the day, I am way happier and way more comfortable and confident than I've ever been in my life. So it's nothing I regret, and I would do it again. Like, that's why I wake up and keep doing what I'm doing, and that's why I want to talk to people, because it's absolutely worth it. So just, be you. Don't don't let people tell you you can't do something, because you can, and you should, unless it's mean. Don't do anything out mean on purpose. That's where I draw the line.
All right.
I hope
Well,
that was good.
no, I love it. I love it. Like you said, that was a loaded question. But no, I really appreciate you taking the time. I feel like the more we can show, not just our audiences, but even our own Comedy Sports family, Chicago and worldwide, these communities are present in our ensemble, and we need to speak up. We need to speak up for them, because they speak up for us. And we can easily just, you take care of us, we take care of you, everyone's taken care of. um, I know we still have a lot of work. So I appreciate your bluntness, and I don't ask those questions to put anybody on blast, but a little bit, but more, to so people are aware. Because, like I said, some of these choices, I like to think that they're not being made on purpose. So that means they're accidental, and those things can be fixed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Overall, I have very few complaints. I love the theater and I love the people in it. It's just, it's a learning curve for everybody, and that just takes time.
Yeah, and we could definitely try harder. But like I said, I love everything you said. Thank you for your time. For everyone out there, oh, and especially, you know, as I've mentioned before, with these awareness months that go on throughout the year. I know in the past I've always felt like they kind of come off as the theater kind of patting themselves on the back, going, "Look at what we're doing." But really, I want to use them more as an opportunity to thank that community for choosing our space as the place to express themselves. It is only a gift when you can get as many communities on the stage to voice the voice of the city, and hopefully we can do that a lot more and more and more as we progress online and hopefully back onto our stage at some point soon. Again, Simon, thank you, everyone. Please continue watching the shows Fridays and Saturdays, 7:30 and 9:30 Central. Please follow us on Twitch. Please follow us on Facebook. And thank you so much, Simon. Please have an amazing day, an amazing month. And I'm sure we'll play again soon. We're probably playing this weekend. Probably. So thank you.
She had me, but I didn't realize I'm sleeping with a vampire. Got lost in the city when we drove through the night. Stopped by in an alley and she kissed me wild. She knew that she had me, but I didn't see it now. I'm sleeping with a vampire. When morning is come, she's always gone. She will call me when she's run out of young blood, She hates to see me fall. That's why she leaves at sunrise. Just when morning has come, she's always gone. I'm sleeping with a vampire. She knew I was waiting through months in pain. The one day she texted me at 12 a.m. I knew that she had me, and I started to see that I've been hooked up by a vampire. She said, I'm sorry, I left you behind. And I know it sounds funny that it was enough. Checked in at a hotel, and I already knew this time I'm sleeping with a vampire. When morning has come, she's
Hi, Nana Hannah. Thanks for calling.
Hi, honey. It's Nana Hannah. Am I doing this right? You look so good. Look at you. Was that some sort of new skin cream?
Oh, that's so nice. You know what? If you're not doing anything, you should come check out Comedysportz.
What's a comedy sport? As you know, I do not follow any sports team. So will I understand?
Oh, it's amazing. It's two teams going head to head, competing in improv games, and you get to vote on which team you like the best. It's so much fun. You would love it. It's right up your alley.
Oh, that does sound very nice for Nana. You know what else is right up my alley? A trash compactor. He comes every week, and they get the trash out of my alley, and it's right up there. It's right up my alley. Is there a Comedysportz? Does Comedysportz have an alley? If I were to come see the Comedy Sport, when and where would I come see it? Because I always like to see you performs.
Oh, of course. It's every Friday and Saturday night at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. on CSCN, the home for improvised comedy on the interwebs. It's twitch.tv/CSCN Chicago.
What's a Twitch, honey? You know, I have a Twitch almost daily, and I have to take an aspirin for it. Do I need an aspirin to see the Twitch? Do I need an aspirin?
Oh, a Twitch is where you know what? It's just a place where you can come and watch Comedysportz.
Oh, like a television, like the old ABC, CBS, NBC lineups. Is this must-see? It seems like it's must-see. Maybe I'll come see.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see you there. I think people will really love getting to know you.
Of course they will. Now, are you eating enough? Do you need me to send you some care package of maybe some vegetables or some fruits? Or maybe some boxed meats? Okay, we seem to have lost a connection. Hello? Hello?
Hey everyone, this is Jason coming at you with some exciting news for the Thanksgiving weekend shows on the 27th and 28th. All 4 shows are going to be special mega Thanksgiving crossover events. And what that means is we're going to have teams made up of people from our ensemble, people from our minor league ensemble, and people from our rec league ensembles in all of the shows. Every team will have one of each, one ensemble, one minor league, one rec league. It's going to be absolute mayhem. We're going to have 4 shows of a completely wide open, all theater access. We can't wait to bring it to you. It's the first time we've ever done it. Hopefully it's the first of many. So come on out on Thanksgiving weekend. That's Friday, November 27th at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. and Saturday, November 28th at 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. for our mega Thanksgiving crossover event. We will see you there.
Hi, my little latkes. It's me, your bubby. It's that time of year again, Hanukkah. Now, it may be difficult to celebrate with your family this year, so join ours. Come laugh and light the menorah with us in our interactive Hanukkah party.
That does sound like a good investment opportunity. Oh, hello. I'm high-powered business executive Jason Geis. I'm here to ask you, what are you doing for your company's holiday party this year? No plans yet? Well, let me tell you what every high-powered executive needs is an interactive virtual holiday party featuring Comedysportz. Why Comedysportz? Because nobody understands high-pressure situations and battling it out in the boardroom better than competitive improv with 2 teams battling each other for the ultimate dominance. The best part is your HR rep will love it. I know mine did, because it's completely family friendly, which means you can bring all the kids. Your RSVP list can be through the roof. Oh, sorry. Opportunity's calling. I have to answer. Will you? Hey, how are you? Hey, loyal fans. What are you doing midweek? You know, Wednesdays? What else you got going on? Well, I've got something for you to do. Every Wednesday night on CSZN, we have our minor league matches at 7:30 p.m. You're going to want to check these out. There's some of the best talent in the building going head to head, red versus blue. We've got new refs, new games that are invented. Amazing, amazing time. And you know what? We all need a little midweek fun. So please check it out every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. on CSZN. Minor league matches. They are Major League funny. I will not apologize for that joke.
Say what you will about love. It is not too late. No one belongs in the badlands. Sinking deeper in quicksand. Speeding up the pace. We'll never know what is coming. Take my hand, let's start running. I let you play this game. Somehow we'll never change. The night boys are prime time. Sing it louder, sing it louder. The night boys are a lifeline. Sing it louder, sing it louder. In the neon lights, you say you never felt better. Feeling light as a feather. It is not too late. We don't belong in the
Good evening, loyal fans, and welcome to the CSZN Network, home of Comedy Sports Chicago. We are here live on Twitch and are very excited to bring you Comedy Sports. Now, before we start, let me throw a poll up here and see who has been here before and who is their first time here. If you look up right above the chat, you'll see a poll and we'll get that running. What is Comedy Sports? Comedy Sports is competitive improv. It's not comedy about sports, it's comedy played as a sport. I've got two teams here. I've got a team dressed in red and I got a team dressed in blue, and they'll be going up all night long for your laughter, your loves, but most importantly, points. Yes, we have a referee that will be distributing those points out fairly based on what you vote for. Yes, you are our loyal fans and you will be determining the outcome of this match. Now, because this is a sport, we do have some fouls. The most important foul I need to talk about is our brown bag foul. Yes, a brown bag foul is said, or it's called, when anybody says anything rude, lewd, Kardashian, anything bad or nasty. The brown bag foul is called because at Comedy Sports, we do a show for everyone. If you're 8 years old or if you're 80 years old, we're going to make you laugh. We do comedy for all. But sometimes my players mess it up. If they do, the referee will call the brown bag foul, and that player will have to wear a brown paper bag or something equivalent that they have in their home for the remainder of that scene, song, or game. And our ref, our very mean ref for tonight, will take away as many points as he wants. Yes. Also, let's see. Oh, brown bag foul can also be called on you. Now, I've developed, because I'm so good at computer, I've developed a program or a robot called Brown Bag Bot. And Brown Bag Bot will be helping me out through the chat, but I'll be watching too. Now, if the Brown Bag Bot doesn't like what you said, they'll give you a warning. On that second warning, we might just kick you right out of Twitch. That might happen. So everybody, let's be cool in the chat and have some fun. Awesome. Let's see. Ooh, loyal fans, for those of you who have been coming back, and I see so many have come back already, thank you so much. We are so many here. We have a great plan next weekend for Thanksgiving. We have taken a player from each of our divisions, from ensemble, minor league, and rec league, and mashed them together in teams. A player from each one will be on a team, and they'll be going up all weekend long against each other. It is the way to bring our family to your family for Thanksgiving, because we don't want to travel. We want to stay in and enjoy comedy. Now, I think I've covered everything. I'm pretty good with that. I'm going to go to the green room and get my players, and we're going to start Comedy Sports. Hello, Comedy Sports fans of all ages. We are so excited to bring you a match of epic titans. Now, because we've got a team dressed in red and a team dressed in blue, and I will tell you, loyal fans, tonight is very special. We have two very competitive captains for each team, so we brought in our meanest ref to keep them in line. But we've got, let's meet that team in red. They're dressed in red. They are the Northbrook Duns. Leading off for the Duns, we have Susan Harmon. Backing up, Cynthia Kermack. And captain of those Duns, Luis Cortez. Now, dressed in blue, it is your downtown Chicago bosses. Leading off for the bosses, we have Meg Kennedy. Backing him up, Jesse Gomez. And captain of your bosses, Jason Geis. Now please, loyal fans, throw some ref emojis in the chat for your meanest of means, Ref Simon Collier.
Oh yeah, hello, loyal fans. Hello, Hars. How's it going?
Oh, Simon, are you on mute?
I'm not on mute. Are you on mute? Uh-oh. Can we hear me? Am I here? Oh no. Uh-oh.
Yes, we can hear you,
Can we
Simon.
hear me now? Do I exist?
All right,
We could
guys.
hear you before.
We are seem to
We could-
having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
This is the
Simon,
worst.
we can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you with your headphones in. Hars just can't hear you for some reason.
Oh, okay, cool. Good. Good. I was about to have to call a technical foul on myself, which would have been a great time to explain that. Terrific. Well, this is going to go very perfectly. I can tell. Everyone's going to have a great time. Wonderful. Well, excellent. We're off to a rip-roaring start. You're in for some good comedy, and we're all gonna do our best, which is all we can ask for. Wonderful. So, that being said, well, let's just go ahead. We'll get Hars up to speed, and let's get those captains.
I can hear you now, Simon.
Love it. Fantastic.
Love it.
Now we're all on. We're 10 out of 10. Crushed it. Perfect. Captains.
We are doing so well.
Woo!
Yeah.
21st century.
Calm,
let's
cool,
do this.
collected. Yeah.
Get those subscriptions in.
Yeah. How about that?
Buy, sell, buy,
Boom.
sell.
Exactly. That was terrific. Wonderful. Smooth sailing. Well, captains, howdy. Let's keep this party going and pretend this didn't happen. And why don't you bring me to decide who's going to call our opening head-to-head? Let's bring me your favorite pair of shoes. Yeah. Love shoes. Ours, do you have a favorite pair of shoes?
I like boots better than shoes. But yeah, we're doing pretty good on that.
Great. I would still constitute a boot as a shoe.
Yeah,
It does go
I've got
on
a
your foot. Yeah.
those go on your feet. I got a nice steel cap and a steel plate for construction, so it works out real well.
Very nice.
Luis is already back with his shoes.
Yeah.
I think Jason went to go buy shoes.
He might have. All right.
I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Luis is already proudly displaying his. So let's show those to the camera. Can I get a side view? Oh, a nice New Balance. Excellent. Wonderful. I like that. Very good. Very good. Jason, what you got?
These are my Pride Edition Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
They were given to me by my father, and his father
Oh.
stole them.
Okay.
I don't think New Balance are that at all.
This is a tough one, but I think that Jason bought his probably with his own money, and I don't know why that's my tipping factor for right now.
My father
So-
bought them with love.
No.
But I thought you said they were. Never mind. It's fine.
It's a
Jason,
web of lies. It's a
yeah,
web of lies.
and what I say goes.
I don't even
'cause,
have a
you know,
father.
Where'd he
internet
go?
stuff. Yeah, I'm still mean, and I still make the rules. So, Jason, what's the first game you want to open with?
You know what? Because you're the best and the meanest, Ref, we're gonna play
Yeah.
a game ode to you. We challenge Luis to Simon.
Oh, Luis, what you got to say about that?
I say yes.
Oh,
Challenge
cool.
accepted. Let's
All
set
right,
this
cool.
up.
Great. Well,
Let's Simon.
send up your first person for each of your teams. So perfect. Yes, as I'm the meanest ref and the meanest game that you could play in comedy sports because oh boy, you got to remember so much stuff. Basically, one player will start with a line and a motion, and the other person's going to have to repeat that verbatim add-on, and it's just going to go back and forth until someone doesn't repeat or messes up, or just because I have a grudge against them. The team that has a player left over at the end of everything is going to get 5 tasty points. So let's see. Ooh, wonderful. We've got Meg versus Susan. Delightful. Meg, you're going to kick us off, and I need a suggestion, which would probably be helpful. So, in the chat, let's get your favorite lunch thing. Your favorite lunch thing. Like a tiny sandwich or a large sandwich or maybe Cheetos. I don't know. Everybody likes different things. Ooh, okay. Bungee jumping as a lunch thing, I question. But pickles is going to be your suggestion. And again, Meg, we are going to begin with you. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
I found a pickle.
I found a pickle. Delicious.
I found a pickle. Delicious. Oh, I'm full.
I found a pickle. Delicious. Oh, I'm full. But I want more pickles.
I found a pickle. Delicious. But I want more. What's too much?
I think you skipped your own line, Meg.
I think that I was distracted by different sandwich sizes.
That's fair, as you should be, because the it's like a just so much choice. What's it called?
This isn't
Paradox of choice.
Simon.
No, you're doing great, but you are out of here. So we do need a different blue representative.
There you go.
All right, Jesse, you are now up. And you know what? I see. What was it? Oh, Gogurt. Gogurt is the next suggestion. Gogurt, Susan, we're going to kick it over to you to start.
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated?
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated? Also looks like it's well past its expiration date.
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated? Also looks like it's well past its expiration date. Whatever!
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated? It's also well past its expiration date. Whatever. I'm living life on the edge.
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated? It's well past its expiration date. Whatever. I'm living on the edge, and now I'm gonna run off it.
Should I be concerned this isn't refrigerated? It's well past its expiration date. Whatever. I live in life on the edge, and now I'm running away. And I'm gonna tell my mama.
That was too much of a delay there, Jesse. I am so sorry. This could be a sweep right here. Susan has yet to be eliminated. We've got only Jason left for the bosses, so
we might get swept.
We might. All right, I'm gonna go back and take bungee jumping because that's not a food, but I like it. So bungee jumping may be our last round. Maybe. Jason, I'll give you the advantage of starting first.
I'm talking to this instructor.
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this?
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It feels nice and tensile.
Talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It feels nice and tensile. Time to strap in.
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It feels nice and tensile. Time to strap in and say a prayer.
Talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It feels nice and tensile. Time to strap in and say a prayer. Oh no!
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It feels nice and tensile. I'm strapping in and saying a prayer. Oh no! A squadron of eagles!
Talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It's nice and tensile. Time to strap in. I'm saying a prayer. Oh no! A squadron of eagles! Thank goodness they're not endangered.
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It looks nice and tensile. Time to strap in and say a prayer. Oh no! A squadron of eagles! Good thing they're not endangered, so I get out my slingshot.
I'm talking to this instructor. How safe is this? It looks nice and tensile. Time to strap in and say a prayer. Oh no! Look, a squadron of eagles. Thank goodness they're not endangered. Time to get out my slingshot. Pew!
I'm talking.
You know what? I'm mean, and I know mean, and slinging rocks at eagles, regardless of their endangerment status, is mean.
Thank you.
So, Susan, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you are out of here.
Thank you.
Set me up for it!
I didn't say you had to shoot an eagle with it.
Yeah, you
know?
just had your slingshot.
Just
You know,
had the
you
slingshot,
with it.
yeah.
You can lead a horse to a slingshot, but you can't make it shoot an eagle. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Who's next? Cynthia? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's get another suggestion. I'm going to scroll back on up. Ooh. Yeah. Some good fun ones. Ooh, Lunchables. Lunchables is your next suggestion. And we are going to start with Cynthia.
Look at this, is it meat?
Look at this! Is it meat? Oh, and I suppose I'm to put it on this cracker?
Oh, look at this, is it meat? Oh, and I'm supposed to put this on this cracker and then place it in my mouth?
Ooh, look at this! Is this meat? I suppose I'm supposed to put it on this cracker and then put it in my mouth and go num 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 nums?
Oh, look at this meat! I'm supposed to put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth and go num 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 num. Crackers everywhere!
Oh, what is this supposed to be meat? I suppose I'm supposed to put it on this cracker and then put it in my mouth. Num 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 num. Oh, there's crumbs everywhere. Oh, it seems I've forgotten this tiny square of chaise.
Oh, what is this supposed to be? Some meat? I suppose I'll put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth and yum 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 yum. Cracker crumbs everywhere. Oh, and I forgot to put on this piece of chaise. It stuck to the wall.
What is this? Is this meat? I suppose I'm supposed to put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth. Num 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 num. And there's crumbs everywhere. Oh, look, I forgot this square of chaise. Oh, it's on the wall. Ah, a capricon.
Oh, what is this meat? I suppose I'm supposed to put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth. Num 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 num. Oh, crumbs everywhere. And look at this piece of chaise. Oh, it's on the wall. Oh, look, I've got this capricon. I'm going to stab it with the straw.
What is this supposed to be meat? I suppose I'll put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth. Num 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 num. Oh, there are crumbs everywhere. Ah, it looks like I forgot this square of chaise. Ah, it's on the wall. Ah, I forgot this capricon. I'll stab it right through it and... Oh, orange.
Oh, what is this meat? I put it on this cracker and put it in my mouth and num 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 num. Crumbs everywhere. Here, it looks like I forgot this chaise. Oh,
No. That just turned into incoherent, angry British grumbling, and I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
All right, wow. Captain Battle here. Now we've got Luis versus Jason, the final round. Let's get one more suggestion. What would you not want to find in a Lunchable? For me, probably a snake.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, a snake would be. It depends on what size snake too.
Any would not be what I expect.
Luis, did you say squirrel snake?
No, a spring snake.
Oh, yeah, king.
Hilarity.
Fall snake. Okay. Man. Oh, bugs. There were a bunch of different variants on other bugs in the chat that were more specific, but I'll take the big bugs. Bugs is your final suggestion. Jason, you're kicking off 5 points on the line.
It's muggy out.
It's
It's muggy out. I didn't want to go camping.
It's muggy out. I didn't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid.
It's muggy out. I don't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid. Give me my Atari.
It's muggy. I didn't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid. Give me my Atari. I want to play Centipede.
It's muggy out. I don't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid. Give me my Atari. I want to play Centipede. And then I'm going to beat Pitfall.
It's muggy out. I don't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid. Give me my Atari. I want to play Centipede. And then beat Pitfall. And then I'm going to try that E.T. game that's impossible to defeat.
It's muggy out. I don't want to go camping. I'm an indoor kid. Give me my Atari. I want to play Centipede. Then I'm going to beat Pitfall. Then... No! I got the rest of it!
Oh no! That's 5 points to the bosses.
Oh, that puts the bosses in the lead, 5-0. That's how you comedy sports.
Cool, very fun. Wow.
Hey, Ref Simon.
What's up?
In my intro, I did forget to ask the loyal fans a question. May I ask it now, please?
Yeah.
Awesome. Loyal fans, in the chat, how about this? Give me a sport or an activity that isn't an Olympic event, but should be. Throw those in there,
sure.
and we'll probably use them later. Back to you, Ref Simon. Thank you so much.
Of course, no, thank you for remembering.
They say you're mean. I don't believe it.
Well, we'll see about that. That was your
Okay.
first strike. You know.
All right. Well, I'll put $1 in the bucket for you.
Thank you. It's full of dollars. Now then, the bosses win, so Captain Jason, join me. Hey.
Hey.
You just did a lot of work.
What you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Reffin'. What about you?
Winning.
Currently, yeah. That was a nice chat. What would you like to call now?
Oh, since you called out Cynthia and I on our vaguely British accents, it gave me an idea to play the game of Upstairs, Downstairs.
Oh, wonderful. Great. So for the game of Upstairs, Downstairs, the bosses will be doing a scene, but they're always going to have to be doing one of 3 things. Someone's going to always have to be snooping around. Someone's always going to have to be working hard or just working. I don't know. They choose. And someone will always just have to be on the grounds. Like, not the ground, but the area. Wonderful. So, we've given all those other suggestions for ours, but what about a suggestion of just like something that like makes you nervous? What's something that makes you nervous? For me, technical problems make me just remarkably nervous. If we want to remember a few moments ago. Okay. Ooh, okay. Good. Yeah, there's a lot of so many terrifying things on this list. I'm afraid of so much. I think that says something about me. Okay, but one that really spoke to me was crossing the street. Crossing the street.
So nervous.
Oh, my Google also had some questions about that. I don't know if you caught that at home, but crossing the street is your suggestion for this game of Upstairs, Downstairs. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right then, come on, move along.
Hello.
Come on, move across the street. Come on.
Okay. I cannot help but notice. You're a good-looking gentleman.
The master's home! The master's home! Everyone to their posts! have you done your cleaning? Oh!
Yes, I'm doing my cleaning now.
The master's going to be furious with us. I'm going to go freshen up.
The master's almost here. We have to tidy. Listen, last time we didn't have everything cleaned up. We didn't get to eat for a week. Huh?
But I love food. Does everyone else love food like I love food?
Oh, I definitely love food.
I'm always talking about food.
Ooh, the master's coming up the driveway. I can hear it's clippity-clopping. Ow!
I can see the master.
Quickly hide the diaries.
I'm hiding them.
I'm reading them.
Oh, this one's very good. Have you read it?
This one's about me.
Ooh, tell me about it.
It says I'm drab.
I wrote them about you. I'm sorry. I do think you're drab. You're quite drab.
Yes, a little drab. You're a little drab.
I love food. I hate you.
Why am I just now finding out about this?
Oh, it's because we want to be nice, but we have to. The master's almost here. I hear the jiggling of the door.
The master's coming up the steps there.
The steps?
Oh, what is the step?
Oh, I think I have everything in place.
Where is my sandwich?
Ooh, here's your sandwich, sir. It's made with Lunchables.
A little sandwich or a big sandwich?
It's a little sandwich. The big Oh, good.
I love
crumbs everywhere. Who's going to clean up this mess?
I love sandwiches.
I will.
I'll do it myself.
Oh no, now the master's cleaning. You know what that means?
No, why would I do that? I'm the master. I'm not going to do that. But I need to write a letter.
Oh, he doesn't know how to write. This is a disaster.
Have you seen
The
that?
master's in his study, and he's looking for a pencil.
I don't know how to tell you this. The master is dead.
And that's time! Woo!
Oh, we can't hear Simon.
Simon, we cannot hear you. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ours.
We can hear you.
Excellent.
Simon's facing his fears of technical fouls.
No, we cannot hear you,
Amanda's
Simon.
giving us the thumbs up, but we can't.
We cannot hear you. I don't know.
Simon is saying, sorry, I wish I could fix this, but I can't. But I bet the other team is going to be way better.
Alrighty,
That's not
I
what
think
he's saying at all.
what we'll try now is, how about this? That was a great game. Give me the captain of the red team to the screen.
I'm here. I'm here.
Captain Red, what game would you like to play for challenging that game of upstairs, downstairs?
All right, for challenging that game of upstairs, downstairs, the game that we would like to play is, well, it's going to be the game of new choice, which requires a lot of ref.
Am I back? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can!
Okay.
Back!
Hooray! Oh, Simon, it was awful. Ours was talking and everything.
Wow. Ours is a real pal. 10
Yeah.
So much harder.
because I'm really crushing it tonight. So 10 minus 10. I'm in the negatives. Bosses 5, red team 0 so far. Me none whatsoever. All right.
Simon, I'm so sorry for all that talking. I'll put $1 in the bucket.
No, you just saved my tuchus. So I am you take all the money from the jar. I
Ooh.
Wonderful.
We'll buy a train.
Yeah, you're a rich man now. Spend it on some trains. All right, so the game of new choice. That's wonderful. Field your team. Excellent. So in the old chitty chat there, let's get a location that's like it's a place like you would visit in a dream. Like one time I was in a mall, but it was like an alley, but it was still a mall.
Been an outdoor mall?
No, it was like just a mall that was made of bricks.
Old Orchard?
It wasn't a specific. It wasn't a specific mall. Oh, okay. I like a giant grocery store. A giant grocery store is your suggestion for the game of new choice. Players, are you ready?
Yes. Yes. I do think that this dress for giants is going to work perfect for me. Oh.
I think that is the prettiest dress I've ever seen on anyone, whether normal or giant size, if I might say so myself.
Oh.
And I am.
Yeah, I didn't want to just chime in, third wheel, but yeah. I mean, regular, giant.
Luis, new choice.
Listen, if you're not gonna buy anything, I'm gonna need you both to get out.
Luis, new choice.
Listen, you've been sniffing that citrus for an hour. Buy it or put it down.
Okay, fine. I'm putting it down and I'm picking up a pomegranate. All right? Does that make you happy? I hope
You
you're
have
not
5
harassing.
minutes. You have 5 minutes to smell that. 5, not an hour.
That's more than enough.
I really feel like you have to really squish the pomegranate and then listen to it when you tap it.
Cynthia, new choice.
I feel like you have to lick every corner of the pomegranate to know if it's good or not.
New choice.
If you throw that pomegranate at the wall and all of the seeds splash out, you know you've got a good batch.
New choice.
What you're gonna want to do with that pomegranate is break it apart in half and then take a metal stick and really whack it. And that's how you get the seeds out without destroying anything.
Please don't rip the fruit open when you're wearing one of our dresses. Buy it, then you can rip the fruit open.
Well,
I feel like the customer service here needs something to be desired. You're lucky that your goods are so amazing, and you obviously attract just a fantastic caliber of customers. Otherwise, I would not come here, quite frankly.
Well, I think you're lucky that you can get your citrus and your dresses in the same place. You're welcome.
Oh, no. Actually, I am. I am very lucky that they're all in the same place. I'm honored to be here, to be honest. I don't like to spend my weekends anywhere else.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm being kind of aggressive.
No,
it's the weekend and it gets crazy. I'm sorry.
Do you think this dress is aggressive?
New choice.
Do you think this dress is I don't know, too citrus? I was hoping for maybe something a little greener.
Actually, I think you look just breathtaking, and please accept my apology. And in fact, here, watermelons for sniffing and licking.
New choice, Luis.
Please accept my apology, and please take these Werther's Originals, one each.
It's so little because I'm a giant woman.
Yes, I caught the irony, but I didn't laugh because customer service.
You're exactly the...
Yes.
You're exactly...
I'm the one who handed it to you, and when I put it into your giant hand, it was like I was putting it into a platter made of flesh.
I've got 2 platters made of flesh, and
I don't
I'm
know
going
if
to
you're
eat
trying
this
to
banana.
flirt or entice, but I am not interested.
You are exactly the right size kind of woman for me, including the...
Susan, new choice.
Your hands are huge, and I'm afraid, but I cannot look away.
Susan, new choice.
Oh, you're huge!
That's the game.
Maybe this year we'll finally be champions. Maybe this year, who knows? Maybe this year we'll be on top and not just close.
Maybe this year. Ref Simon, I've already put up a poll up there. The loyal fans can vote as their heart's content. Use those channel points.
Yeah. Vote as many times as you want. Spend those points like they're going out of style. Oh, man. I think my heart rate's at a
Oh,
90.
it is. The poll will end in approximately 5 seconds. Nope. Hold on. There we go.
We're not doing great.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of poll. Ooh. And with 56% or 187 points, the Duns take it.
So that brings us to a tie, doesn't it?
Yes, it is 5-5.
Being a solid last with my negative 10 points. Yeah.
Ref Simon, if I'm allowed to give points, I'll give you 10 points, so you're back up into at least a single digit.
No, thank you. Wonderful. Oh, we have ourselves a barn burner, as they say. So I would love to get my captains back to the screen, please. All right, excellent. Wow. What a time. What a fun time.
I don't think we are. The voting poll
the-
showed that we
the-
won.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
The poll
by
showed
50.
The bosses won, and the
Yeah,
the scoreboard says 10-0. This is
Oh.
the worst barn burner ever.
Yeah, this is like a barn blanket at best.
At best, the barn is blocking the wind.
Good.
And at best the wind is tepid.
For myself. Yeah, this is. It might actually be cold in the barn.
Yeah. I'm reviewing the video right now, and indeed, the bosses did win.
Great.
Yeah.
It's one of those instances, where it's colder inside than outside.
Yeah, it's like, and night is coming, so it's getting even chillier.
There's just a cold within the barn. Okay, good.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna just push a little harder now. Just keep everything going. So, Luis, what do you want to call now?
Tell you what, I'm gonna challenge us both to a blind background screen.
Excellent. That sounds like a great idea. Wonderful. So if everyone could turn around, please.
So cold.
I'm inside.
Wonderful. So what's about to happen is Ryan Ford, the great human that he is going to be putting random pictures up on screen for us based on suggestions you've tossed around throughout the night. And then I will call on players individually after they've turned back around to make puns and jokes about the image that's on screen. Excellent. So, Ryan, can we have our first image, please? Excellent. And players turn around. Excellent. And we will start with Cynthia.
185 IT dogs walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, "Come on in." And the IT dogs are like, "Great." And they order a whole bunch of drinks, and then the bartender's like, "Okay, your bill is $300." And they're like, "Oh man, we're a few megabytes short."
Jesse.
Did you say Jesse?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Great, that's me. Yeah, oh man. Tax season sure is rough. I wish I could take some time off, but I ran out of pup PTO.
Susan.
I crossed a very cute dog and a computer dating profile.
What'd you get?
I got plenty of pups.
Meg.
Oh, woof, woof, woof. Don't mind me, just at my K9 to 5.
Luis.
Everyone, make sure you get me all your paperwork before 5, because that's when I flee.
Jason.
Oh no! I guess I'll hit Control Bark Delete. Excuse me.
Turn around. New image, please. You can turn back around. And we will start with Meg.
Oh, hang on. I'm from a nonprofit. Oh, you want to know what the clause is?
These things from Jans are killing me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
10 points for Jans.
Yeah, 10 points for Jans. He's in the lead. Luis.
Hey, see that Red Lobster? I got a bug there once.
Jason.
Oh, I crossed a Volkswagen Beetle and a lobster.
What'd you get?
A poorly thought out promotion. Stop it, Jans.
Susan.
I crossed seafood and Grubhub.
What'd you get?
Eventual food poisoning.
Jesse.
Yeah, when they say you can pick whichever lobster you want out of the tank, they don't tell you how big they get.
Okay, I crossed an automobile with a lobster.
What'd you get?
A crusty cruiser. Come on, kids.
Yeah.
That didn't get the fart noise?
Turn around.
This is an outrage.
Come on, Jason.
Oh, no.
So many beans.
Turn around.
Come on. We're asking people for
I don't know what that is. We're gonna start with Jesse.
Listen, Grandpa, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'm sick of hearing your stories, and I'm sorry you're so sour about it. That's it.
Oh, man. Cynthia.
I took that and I crossed it with Hulu TV show.
What'd you get?
Lemonade's Tale. Maid's Tale. Lemonade, Maid's Tale. That's it. Thank you. Here all night.
Thank you. Jason.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I put this together for you?
No. Luis.
So upsetting.
You all said that me and this lemon couldn't circumnavigate the world. But scurvy, you're all scurvy!
Oh, Meg.
Mine was also a scurvy bit. So it's not you, it's me. I like my women scurvy.
And that, I'm sorry, that's gonna be the game right there. Wow.
This is the mini version.
That is just the most disturbing.
Oh God.
No, I deserve that. Put it back. Wonderful. So now we're gonna vote again, right, Hars?
Oh yes. I forgot about that. Hold on.
It's everyone's first night on Twitch.
You know what? Everybody, yes. Here we go. We saw that was a great game, and we're gonna vote on it right now. Here it goes. Boom. There you go. Because it's important to vote. The poll is up there. We're gonna see if I can call this one correctly and not be a incorrect caller. Red and blue, red and blue. Red is really doing well right
The
now.
simplicity of this poll.
Yeah.
Vote red, blue.
It's, I spell as good as I computer.
I don't think you made this on the fly at all.
This is well thought
The
out.
bull team. And I hate that bull
You can
team.
see the man hours that went into that.
Vote red, blue.
All right, well, I'm going to end this embarrassment in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, it didn't end. We're just going to let it run its course now.
Welcome everybody to opening night.
It does look like
All
red
right.
on this one.
It's the red team for sure takes it with 56% of the vote.
Look at that. 503 to 438.
Yeah. Goodness, that was a lot of points that someone used. Good work on that. Oh.
Yes.
Who needs a nap? Who needs a real nap right now?
Oh, Ref Simon, I definitely need a nap, but we can't. It's time for 6 things.
Oh, good. What could go wrong? Wonderful captain. Give me those captains.
We're here.
Good. No, everybody stays up.
There you go.
Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody. It's me, Louise.
Yeah, everything has been going so well that we decided to make it harder. So we are now going to play the most difficult thing possible, which is
Great.
buckle up.
Is it this show?
Yes, for 6 things.
I'm sending out Cynthia.
Very good. All right. And Jason, what about you?
I'm sending out our secret weapon, Meg Kennedy.
Perfect. All right. Bye, Cynthia. Goodbye, Meg. They're now out in the internet, floating around somewhere with Hamster Dance.
That's probably
we're
true.
Getting a ton of suggestions from you, so fire away. I'm going to ask for a whole lot of things, so if you could, I'm going to get as many as possible to make this easier on myself. So if you could just start loading into the chat just your favorite foods, your favorite animals, and just like people you think are really awesome, like celebrities, cartoon characters. Just throw in as many of those as possible, and we'll pull from those for the 6 things that you provided with Hars sometime during the match.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so excellent. So the way this is going to work, this is a guessing game. So we are going to have our guessers guess these activities. They should be on screen right now. And the first one of those is playing poker. So when we are playing poker, excellent. Let's say the chips, the poker chips are geese, and the cards that you're playing with or Kristen Bell.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yeah. Mars, if you want to get thing number 2 for me.
Sure. How about this? In the chat, put a character from a book that you like Harry Potter or someone else. And the second thing I'd like is let me have something you bought at a truck stop that's not food related. Anything at a truck stop. Great. Great. You're charming a snake. The snake is Weird Al Yankovic. Ooh, and the basket is a bottle opener.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What a fun thing. All right, now we're moving on to thing 3, which is thumb wrestling. Excellent. And I'm going to pull from that wealth of suggestions from before. So your thumbs are going to be raspberries. And your opponent, the person you're playing against, is Judge Judy.
Wonderful. Simon, I'll take number 4. How about this? I'll also pull from that cornucopia of items. You were pratfalling. The thing you're pratfalling over, like in Dick Van Dyke, it was a little ottoman, will be Encyclopedia Brown. You're tripping over Encyclopedia Brown, and I'm going to combine 2 here that I like. And you're at the stadium, the Eagles Stadium, whatever it's called, where the Eagles play football. You're there.
Excellent. Wonderful. And now things 5 and 6 are more difficult, so I'm going to get some fresh things for that. So if you could, this next thing is going to be power snuggling.
Yep.
Wonderful. I love that. So I would like a place that, like an international location, like the Eiffel Tower or the Taj Mahal, something like that, an international location, and I would like a villain, like a monster or a villain from movies or TV. Okay. Ooh. Excellent. Again, I want to make these tricky. So we are going to take... Oh my gosh, so many things are coming in. It's okay.
So fast, yes.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, Mark, you just... I just want to call out the concept of fart noises. I'm not going to take it, but that's good. So, okay, so the location where, like, your bed that you're snuggling in is going to be Big Ben.
Nice.
And, oh, so many good things here. Oh, and, okay, great. And you're snuggling with Cruella de Vil.
Ooh. Sweet. Thing 6 is the Wheel of Death. For the Wheel of Death, in this chat, let me have something that comes in 3s that are not people. Something that you would buy in 3s, or something that comes 3 to a set. And also, let me have something that you can grab right now without moving your body. You can just grab it right now with your hands. Give me something like that. Awesome. Okay, the Wheel of Death, Simon, is Neapolitan ice cream.
Ooh,
the Neapolitan, and you're going to be wearing a can of Diet Coke.
Perfect. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Those are
Alrighty.
wonderful things. So once that's all typed in, I'm going to take a quick picture of the screen. So
I can do that for you too, buddy.
I'm prepped for once in this match. I'm prepped and ready to go. Got
Wonderful.
it. Excellent. So, fans, what's about to happen? Our players are coming on back in, and they are going to have to guess all these activities, all these replacements, but they cannot use English or, a known language, because that would just be so easy. They are going to have to get these clues by having their teammates only provide them in mime, and gibberish. And now, to make it even harder, they only have a minute and a half to guess each of these activities. The other guesser, if they guess incorrectly, the other team can steal. Now, as I mentioned, things 5 and 6 are worth 10 points, so that means 1 through 4 are each worth 5 points apiece. So it's truly anybody's match. The barn could heat up. There could be forced heat. We'll see. Anything's possible right now. So, that being said, I believe we're ready for thing number 1. Is that correct?
Yep, we are ready. The guessers are back in the room.
The guessers are back. A minute and a half is on the clock. Blue team, you've got 1, 3, and 5. Red team, you've got 2, 4, and 6. So that being said, bosses, begin.
Skabaraki.
Meg, can we hear you?
All right, we'll pause right here for a second. Meg, are you back?
Did anyone text her?
You said you were good.
No, you did.
All right, here we go. Keeping it up. Fantastic yet again. Okay.
Restarting?
Meg, are you back? We're going to restart. We're going to restart. Pretend that didn't ever happen. And we're going to re-begin now.
Oh, frink, funk, sip, 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 no, skabada, fu, oh, kick, skabada. Skabada, hua,
30 seconds, players, 30 seconds.
Skaba. Oh, skada da ba da. Skabada. Skabada.
All right, how much time?
12 seconds left, ref. 12 seconds.
Meg, you got this. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm betting it all. I'm in an emu, and my cards are Kristen Bell.
Okay, so yes, I will take that activity. You are incorrect on the first replacement, but the cards are indeed Kristen Bell. You have 12 seconds to clean up that other replacement. Go. All right, do we have time left?
3 seconds left.
3 seconds, Meg. Tell me everything.
I'm betting it all. My cards are Kristen Bell, and my chips are a very tall bird.
I need you to be specific on those chips. Specific on those chips. 3 seconds, go.
3, 2, 1. That is time. This time.
Time is up. Meg, tell me everything.
I'm betting it all. My chips are America's sweetheart, Kristen Bell. I mean, my cards. My chips are a big goose.
That's right. That's correct. That's right. The bosses really snuck that one on in there at the last second. But now it's the red team's turn. The time has reset. And you will begin your thing now.
Haskana. Askas.
Zabada, zabada, zabada,
One minute, players. 1 minute.
Zabada, habada,
Nuskara. Tus. Abakaka. Swiftara. Hana.
Oh, zabada.
30 seconds, players. 30 seconds.
All right.
How much time left?
24 seconds left, ref. 24 seconds.
All right, I am charming a snake. All right, and the basket the snake that is coming out of the basket is Bubba Fett, and the basket is a beer. It's a bottled beer.
In the right realm, on the basket, the snake is not close. So you have to clean up both things. You have 24 seconds left.
Oh, shabada. Oh, shabada. Sabada. Sabada.
10 seconds, players. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 seconds.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
All right. I'm charming a snake. The snake is Weird Al, and the basket is a bottle opener.
That's correct. 5 points to the red team. So it should now be 15-10, if I recollect correct.
Correct.
Fantastic. Whew. Oh boy, there's no rest for me tonight. Blue team, you're up next. 5 more points on the line. Go.
Skabada. Daba daba. Daba daba. Fwa. Skabada. Nom nom. Skabada.
1 minute, players. 1 minute.
Skabada. Oh. Boom 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 boom. Skadadabada. Skadadada. Skadadadada. Skadada. Nom 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 nom. Bumpy 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 bumpy. Okay, skabada.
There's a baba.
30 seconds, players. 30 seconds.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm thumb wrestling. My thumbs. I'm gonna come back to. I'm going against Judge Judy, and my thumbs are Bunch of Crunch.
They're not Bunch of Crunch. They're not Bunch of Crunch. The rest is correct. How many seconds are left, Hars?
13 seconds left.
Seconds. You've got this. Go.
Skabada. Nom. Ska. Oh. Ska. Just that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
2 seconds left.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Meg.
I'm thumb wrestling against Judge Judy, and my thumbs are.
What did you say?
What did you say?
I didn't say a word.
Toodles.
No. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds to clean it up. Go.
2, 1, and that is time. That is time.
That is the time. Just tell me what your thumbs are.
Oh boy, if I could, I would. I am thumb wrestling against America's sweetheart, Judge Judy, and my thumbs are fingers.
They are not. They are not. Oh, very good, very good. But Cynthia now has the chance to steal the 5 points.
Yeah, I'm thumb wrestling against Judge Judy, and my fingers are, hold on, let me take off this beret, raspberry.
Oh my goodness, that is correct. Results from raspberry.
That brings our score tied right now.
Yeah, now that barn is on fire.
About this, Simon. Can we talk about this?
The rash.
Raspberry, I don't know. I get it. I don't know. It was tough. It's a tough fruit. That's all. I take responsibility. But now,
raspberry beret.
Yeah, delicious.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Thing number 4. This is our last 5-point round. Begin.
Oh, sing it about, sing it about, funkada, I sing it, whoop, sabata,
sabata,
sabata, sapa,
sabata,
Finger, fwa, whoosh, do.
Sabata, ha.
Doot, flip, discana,
Sankata, Sabata, Lapata, Sakata, Lapata, Atupata, Sabada, Badiba,
30 seconds, players, 30 seconds.
Sabata, Fumpataka, Fwa. Sapalakata.
Oh, Shabada,
Sikla, Alapata.
Shabada.
10.
Fukata, Lapata, Fwapata, Lapata, Sila, Bipita, Sikito.
4, 3, 2, 1. No more time. No more time.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my heart, be still. Cynthia
did it.
All right. Okay, I'm slipping on a banana peel. Okay, the banana peel is the Encyclopedia Britannica, and I'm doing it in the location of the javelin throw at the Olympics.
Not quite. Not quite. It's solid try. Meg, you have the opportunity to.
Great. Then I'll do that. Okay, great. I'm slipping on a banana peel. I'm doing it in a football stadium, and the banana peel is Encyclopedia Brown.
Wow. Okay. So, I'm gonna give you a point for Encyclopedia Brown. The activity was pratfalling over Encyclopedia Brown at the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium, which I guess is called the Link. So, 1
Cool,
point.
that was super fun. Let's do the next thing.
I mean, that was a well-earned point. That was a tough one.
I'm having a great time. Wonderful. We're moving on to thing number 5. This is now worth 10 points. It's still anybody's match right now, so everybody cool it. 10 points up next. Tosses begin.
Scabada, 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 foom, scabada, habada. Skabada ha. Boom. Wah. Skabada.
Est-ce que
1 minute, players. 1 minute.
Est-ce que est-ce que est-ce que
Skabada.
30 seconds, players. 30 seconds.
Ha ha ha. Da 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 da. Da da da. Aha.
All right.
26 seconds, boss. 20.
17.
Clean it
17. Okay.
17. I don't know. You have some time left, but you don't need it. You've got it. What is it?
I'm pushing and sleeping. I needed us to clean it up a minute ago. I'm pushing and sleeping.
Okay.
The world that I'm pushing is not a world. It is a banana. And the
Okay. All right. So you need to clean it up. You need to clean it up. You have 17 seconds. You can do it. I believe in you. Look, you're doing great. 17 seconds. Clean this up. Go.
Skabada ska. Skabada. 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 Wah. Flick.
10.
Oh.
10 seconds, players. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. Time is up.
Time is up. Nick. Let's chat.
okay, I'm with Cruella DeVille. The thing I'm lifting is Big Ben, and obviously my activity is whipping and grinding. And then taking a nap.
I mean, your replacements are correct, but the activity's wrong. Cynthia.
I'm with Cruella DeVille. My bed is Big Ben, and I'm power napping.
No, so good.
Power cuddling.
No points.
Power.
You were with Cruella DeVille, and your bed did happen to be Big Ben. However, your activity was power snuggling.
What?
You regular snuggling. That's how you snuggle. It's regular snuggling or nothing.
Well, context
I like a sweet
some extra oomph in the snuggle. So it is still a 1-point match, and we have one more thing left. 10 points. This is what's going to decide it all right now. Red team, you're up. Your minute and a half begins now.
Oh, it's up
One minute, players. 1 minute.
Sanka tika, sanka, kang, la patinkata. La sankata, sanka lata, funkata, la sankata, la kasinkata pata, sabata, sinkata, sing.
Oh!
30 seconds, players. 30 seconds.
Ziska. Ping, ping, ping. Hua! That's gonna. Look. It's gonna have it. Woof.
Oh, sabada.
10 seconds, players, 10 seconds.
Sabada.
5 seconds left, ref. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay, Cynthia, tell me everything.
I'm running on a big wheel, and that I'm wearing Diet Coke, and the big wheel is the thing that Luis was telling me. That, oh, it's a Dippin' Dot. Fun dips.
One guess only.
Okay, I'm going with Fun
But it's still the wrong guess. You are wearing Diet Coke. The activity, I don't honestly know what it is, but
It's that big wheel.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, so maybe, but you do need to clean up the rest of it. So you have 5 seconds. It's a walk in the park. You got this.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more time. Time is up. Time is up. Time is up.
Okay. I'm wearing Diet Coke. That has been established. My wheel is Neapolitan ice cream. Yes. Neapolitan ice cream, and I'm doing the activity. The big motorcycle. The wheel. Big wheel.
Then check out.
I don't know. Okay, I want to hear what Meg has to say. Meg, just tell me what you think the activity is.
A hamster wheel.
No. The wheel of death, but Cynthia had everything else correct. So that means the bosses have 1 extra point, right, ours?
This is true. The bosses win 16-15. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was close.
All right, Simon. Let's end this match. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out to Twitch. And wonderful. We had a great match. Let's give it all a big round of applause to all your players one more time. Your red team was Susan Harmon, Cynthia Kermack, and Luis Cortez. Those championship bosses were Meg Kennedy, Jesse Gomez, and Jason Geis. Referee, master of ceremony, my best friend, Mr. Simon Collier. Now, please, big welcome, smash and subscribe to that button, and we'll see you back here next week at Comedysportz on Twitch.